Nerdrotic.com.
Welcome, travelers, to the fringes of reality, where the strange and mysterious meet, and the thin veil between fact and fiction is torn. Welcome to the Forbidden Frontier.
There we go. What's up, everybody? God, we took a week off. It feels like it's been forever.
I know.
And after a really long and intensive pre-show prep meeting prior to the show, we are going.
Yeah.
I did not just sprint for my car after getting back from the grocery store. Dude, I was going so fast. I hit the garage door early and it hit my freaking FJ at the door.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
That's what he does for you, chat. Okay.
I was
Yeah.
Injures
Hurts
himself.
FJ. Yeah,
my Nerdrotic Jr. has to eat, you know.
it's true.
He does.
Needy little bastards. We're gonna have a fun show today. Adam's real raring to go too. He's been like just up for hours, ready to go. Didn't take a nap in his chair.
Full energy.
Full energy.
Oh, yeah.
But we've got a lot to talk about. We're gonna just go over news and kind of shoot the shit with Debunking Dan. What's up, brother?
Hey. Well, thanks, man. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here, man. This is great. I've been a big fan of yours for a while now.
And I've been a fan of yours, and we got to hang out, which was really cool. And this guy's pretty fun. You know, you think these ancient, these ancient civilization conferences are a bunch of fuddy-duddies. No. You know,
Not even close.
they know how to have a good time.
It's no Studio 54, but it does resemble a barter fair.
Yeah. And we're going to be hosting an event in Scottsdale, Arizona in a couple months.
It's going to be awesome.
This is going to be awesome. Quest for Ancient Civilizations. Look at that. Murderer's Row, and then there's one retard. Second from the left on the top with glasses on.
I thought you were talking third from the left on the bottom, but okay.
No. You're only semi-retarded. Okay, I have respect for you.
That's exactly what my school counselor said. So
I know. You're functional. Like, you don't poop your pants, so you got that going for you.
Thank God for that.
So yeah, there's AJ from the Y Files. He'll be around the conference, and speaking will be Jimmy and of course, David Hatcher Childress. I can't wait to meet this dude. Guy's been kind of a hero of mine. Of course, Hugh Newman is cool dude. And then we have let me just go up to the list here.
Yeah, Michael Button. I just had him on my channel. Unfortunately, the internet gave us a bunch of crap, but Michael's he's pretty fun. He's in depth and his content's quick. He's definitely internet age content.
Dude, it's great channel. I've kind of gone through the whole thing already.
Yeah,
I'm on repeat viewing, but no, he's got that. He's kind of got that drinker vibe where you can make the points of a 1 hour video in 10 to 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Drinker can do
talent.
it, Nate. That's talent. That I can't make a point in 5. So a single one. But yeah, we have Hugh Newman, William Henry, Michael Button, Dan Richards, JJ Ainsworth, Ona. How do I pronounce that last name? X-ray girl.
I don't know. Geocell?
There you go.
What's that?
Well, see, I just want you to mispronounce it so it's not me. You know how I'm doing.
I got
Will
the
Brown
DI points.
and Michael Collins.
Michael Collins.
Michael
Yeah.
Collins.
Wolf.
Yeah.
He is a
Mike's-
wandering. He's a good dude, and he's a wandering mofo. Was he just in the UK?
He was just
Yep.
in the UK for the Equinox. I saw pictures of him, JJ, Hugh Newman, just
Mhm.
at Stonehenge, which is pretty freaking cool. I've always wanted to go for either the Equinox or the what's it called? The solstice. One of the solstices.
We went to Stonehenge for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Remember? That was a good
They
time.
That
ushered
was
us
horrible. That was horrible.
That
They
was
basically had whips. They were like, "Get back on the bus."
everything about our UK trip was great, Dan, except for we based everything on the last time we were there. So we went there 20 years ago, and they used to do bus tours that were pretty thorough and good, and they gave you hours there and stuff. Things have changed a little bit, and you have like 10 minutes, and you got to run. How long was it? It was like a quarter mile.
It was like half an hour
Yeah.
walk for the boys when they did it. But to be fair,
Yeah.
like if they just allowed people to just go on one bus, squish them all in, and go when we were there, we probably would have had an hour. But we waited for the bus the majority of the time.
Yeah, we did. So that was, and it was also hot as hell.
Oh, it was mega hot.
UK, what's going on with you guys?
What's going on with you guys?
I don't know, man. It's tough to tell. Like, they even ruined the James Bond and the Doctor Who. I mean, I don't know if you
I
know anything
know.
about that, Gary, but you might have heard of that.
Well, I did, and I was like feeling hopeful, like even though it's Amazon, I'm like Denis Villeneuve or whatever, however, and then Stephen Knight from Peaky Blinders is writing the
Yeah.
script. I'm like, all right, maybe we're gonna get a good Bond movie. They removed the guns from all the posters.
Did you hear that they reversed it?
They put him back.
They reversed it. They put the guns back in.
Because people cried.
Oh yeah, because people like made a stink.
Well, I mean, people were making the very good point that there's a gun in the logo
Yeah.
It's kind of always been a
on your
thing.
poster.
Kind of
I never
always
thought
been
of
a
Has a
that.
thing.
license to kill,
Yes,
so it's gonna happen.
Bond kills people, and I heard with Doctor Who, Russell T Davies is an announcement of his departure is imminent.
I thought that was already a known thing.
Well, we know it. It's just going to be official. It's going to be official soon. So yeah. Oh, and you can't meme, and it's basically a police state.
It's so
Other than
sad.
that, we love the UK.
It's so sad how the new Doctor Who turned out, because I love the old Doctor Who. That was like, my family was real religious, and I wasn't allowed to watch like Star Wars even at a point, because it was the Force resembled Eastern mysticism. But Doctor Who, no matter what it is, it's always an alien. So I was allowed to watch that in the 80s growing up, with completely free reign. And so when they rebooted it, I was scared. But Eccleston, like, you could tell he was a fan of Tom Baker. He was emulating the shit out of him. And Tennant did good too, but then just slowly they started doing that fucking political creep that just ended up in and boy, oh boy, did they piss all over Doctor Who with that, to the point where it's like Star Wars. I'm just done. I don't give a hell what you come up with now. You freaking make $1 million and diamonds and all the crack cocaine in the world, and I'm still not showing up. Sorry.
No,
Because
I
it's
wish
fake. It's not real crack.
It's
Okay, you'll
not-
show up and it's just like baking soda.
Well,
Only.
I mean, crack is barely cocaine too. So
I haven't actually done crack. Sorry, but it
Don't-
sounds good.
I
Yeah,
thought it was the same thing. Oh,
no, it's not. It's
It's like
not.
a little bit of
It's
cocaine.
a little bit of coke. It's
spread
a
it out.
very cheap version of coke.
Yeah.
You probably don't do drugs.
Yeah, good. Don't.
That's right, chat. Don't do drugs.
I hear it's bad.
I never smoked crack. I've never smoked crack. So
Me either.
can't say I have. Been accused of it and might have acted like I was on crack a couple times, but not the case. But Garrett, hi.
Hey man, what's up? I just went to freaking Monster Truck Jam yesterday with the kids.
Oh,
It was awesome. Freaking killer. They're doing all these crazy flips and stuff, and it was so loud. And America, man.
America.
so good. It was so good. But that's
The European mind can't comprehend.
they could not, man. They could
monster
not.
trucks.
That sounds so fun.
It was rad.
It is rad. Rad is the best description of it. too.
Hell yeah. That's what it
Rad.
sounds like. It sounds like the word rad. It's like an onomatopoeia.
Yep.
Rad.
Monster.
Yeah,
Are you
it was
behind
sick.
like a fence?
No.
That,
No,
yeah,
it's
that
just
show
like
was
a
in
big-
Chicago when we were there.
Oh, was it? Yeah, I think they're
Yeah,
going to
it was
like
traveling through.
Cincinnati
those
or
look so
something next.
cool.
But yeah, it was
I want to
sick.
drive one. You're allowed to crash in those, I think.
Yeah, I think you'd be
Yeah.
perfect for it.
It's a perfect
Yeah,
car for
they
you.
get more points when they crash.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
good at something.
You're calling X-Ray Girl.
You're
They
calling.
had a unicorn monster truck there. It shot confetti
Oh,
out of
so
the
cute.
horn and everything.
Oh man,
Just for
Mine's
you.
gonna shoot Hello Kitty plushies out of
There you
it.
go.
that would almost be acceptable, you know?
Great.
Oh, I'll guarantee you there's going to be at least 5 guys in the audience with Hello Kitty on their clothes.
I'd be like, let's go.
There's a dude at the dispensary that I go to, and he's a guy's guy, man. You talk to him, he's definitely a dude, and his clothes, he's always sporting some anime thing, and quite often there's a little Hello Kitty with a bunch of Japanese lettering on there. I'm just like, okay.
If I'm not mistaken, biggest brand in the world.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Hello Kitty, number one, numero
yeah.
uno.
The rarest original Xbox you can find is a Hello Kitty Xbox. There's only like 2 or 3 of them known to exist. Last I heard, they were like in the Philippines. You got it at a furniture store. If you bought furniture, they give you an original Xbox.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Well, pretty soon
Wow.
Xboxes are going to be rare.
Yeah.
They're giving up.
They did it to themselves, though.
Yeah. Well, it was. I think the last 2 generations have kind of been consoles have been just kind of limping along, and then at the point when Kratos and Master Chief both end up in Fortnite, and then you can play all kinds of these games cross-platform, which you didn't used to be able to. I mean, it's only just a couple of IPs really holding on, and Nintendo, but they've got their own. Nintendo is like the Harry Potter of this shit. They just kind of do whatever the hell they want.
Yep.
People are going
It's
to buy it.
Yeah. It's a
RIP
family
Xbox.
thing. It's a family thing over there. But then you got PC Master Race, the
Yeah.
winners.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
winners.
Yes.
I got a Windows 95 machine right over there for
Wait, what?
playing System Shock 2, man. Hell
There
yeah.
you go.
PC white supremacy.
How much KKK of RAM do you got?
Yeah. Adam Crigler.
Hello. What do you think of my new studio, chat? Huh?
It's
looks
good. Your mic is
good.
kind of bouncing in and out, or is that just me
I did. It was cutting a little bit.
cutting a little bit?
It
He's got those
shouldn't be.
good.
But it looks good, man.
He's got one of those good microphones, though.
A new mic. I like
Yeah.
it.
Well, I've been using this mic for about a year, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just noticed now.
Me too.
Well, that was my problem before with my old backdrop. It was too busy. I just had too much stuff behind me. I just slowly was adding more and more, and I'm like, you know what? It's kind of a mess. I kind of want. I had a window that was being covered. I just built a wall, and I cut out the window, so now I have a.
That's what we did for Gary's office.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I feel you, man. I'm going minimal too. You know, Little bit.
It's a little busy in the
Uh-huh.
background. I might take a couple toys off the wall.
No,
and
Well,
Garrett-
it's all or nothing. So it works when you have all. You know,
Yes.
that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Uh,
But it's
yeah.
good to be back. It's good to be back.
Garrett and his brother like plugged my window is completely covered.
Yeah. We made
Yeah.
a bracket that like
Yep.
into it, covers it right up. even tell.
No daylight gets in here at all. At all.
Like a
So-
cave.
Where do you want to start?
I would like to chat with Dan about how he started in this YouTube world because I feel like he kind of just stumbled into it.
I kind of did. I have full custody of my son for a decade now, and about 3 years ago, he turned 14, and he was kind of like, Dad, quit helicopter parenting. You fuck off, go somewhere else. And so, I watched Ancient Apocalypse because I've been a huge Graham Hancock fan most of my life, and when I watched Ancient Apocalypse, I knew that there would be debunkers on YouTube for sure. So I went and watched them, and immediately it was apparent that like the most popular one was Milo Rossi, Mini Minute Man, and that was immediately apparent. It's like you've watched Ancient Apocalypse, you know fuck all about what Graham's actual positions on a lot of this stuff is. You're taking things out of context. A lot of it was really became pretty apparent that it was a cottage industry. And so I just came in and just kind of started, figured it would be fun to make some videos debunking this stuff. And then slowly it started getting traction. At one point early on, I had like 700 subscribers, and I got Emperor Tiger Star, who has like 200,000+ subscribers, to take a video down that had been up for years, debunking Fingerprints of the Gods, but it was so full of shit that I sent him a link to my video and he watched it. He was like, I'm going to private mine. And that's what he did.
What?
Yeah, that told me right there. I felt like a guy plowing this massive field all by myself. I'm like, holy shit, there's tons of work to be. This is, if a guy with 200,000 subscribers can put out crap like that and it sit there for a couple of years. So anyway, fast forward to now, and I can't say for sure, like a negative isn't the way to judge my work exactly, but there's not very many debunking videos for Ancient Apocalypse Season 2 up, because if you just go out there and talk shit like you're like Graham Hancock's fans are just going to be like, whatever, man, fuck you.
Yeah.
The scientific community is just going to be like, yeah, get Graham. Nobody's going to fact check you, so you can just make some money off of Graham's name and throw rocks. Those days are done. And at least I feel like that's doneer than it used to be. So that was my biggest thing. But then slowly I've just kind of ventured into, it seems like a lot of things, there's not a very good middle of the road evaluation on a whole bunch of the different things, to be honest with you.
Well, I like what you've been doing, which is just kind of adding your opinion onto the topical things that are relevant, like your video on the million-year-old skull that we might talk about later. And it's great because you're obviously very well informed in this industry that you're been debunking for a long time.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that I try to look into it and see what's up, because I mean, even in this case, it's like the BBC puts out the headline that's like million-year-old skull rewrites human evolution, and then Michael Button reposts exactly that, and Flint and others jump all over him for it. And it's like, well, wait a minute, what if a scientists are yelling at one of us for it, would they be yelling at the BBC as well? What's going on? So like probably the best example I've seen recently of this is the SAR things with the pyramids, the synthetic aperture radar, and the huge proposed. This has been extremely one-sided. Everybody's take on it is either this is all a bunch of bullshit, or, oh my God, have you seen the underground cities? There's no, to me, I'm like, they're using AI with this, man. I'm sure that there's going to be some fucking errors, man. You see how many thumbs that shit puts on the guys? Come on, there's going to be.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Anyway, that's how I got started.
So you're a working man by trade, though.
Yeah. I did electrician up until 2008, and I did eBay after that a bunch. But
I did.
Cool.
I see behind you. Those are all like secret layers and shit.
Yeah. Dude, that was a good like extra source of revenue for the comic store. Once that popped up, it's like that was nice.
Oh yeah,
great. I love eBay.
Yeah, you can see the. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say you could see it in this town with the pawn shops about 10 years after eBay got going, after PayPal hit, really, when it wasn't money order hellscape. And once the pawn shops, it was either they either got with the program or they disappeared. That was real fast. And
a lot of them got with the program.
Yeah.
Well, dude, we did that. Sorry to bore you guys on Forbidden Frontier, but we did that in auto parts. The guy I was working with at Acura Vescondito in '98 was the first guy to offer extra parts on eBay and start an eBay store for automotive. My friend Scott Edwards, he pioneered all that shit. And it's because we were fucking off at work going on eBay and buying collectibles while we were supposed to be working. So we decided to.
And he's like, what if I put some parts on here?
What if I actually do some work with this? Hey.
That's awesome.
It is, but no, you've already given, you've already spoken at events, and it's like you're a natural, dude. So like this was your calling.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that, Gary. That means a lot coming from you, because this definitely is your calling. You've been rocking this for a hot minute.
Look, a little bit. It's been fun. Well, I mean, I could just talk a lot, dude. If I wish one thing I wish my dad was still alive for. It's like, you remember when I said, I would talk to him. I'd be the kid. My dad's reading the paper. I'm all, hey dad. I finally made something out of it, Dad.
Turns out there's an industry for that.
There's an industry for talking too much.
Yeah, my son says, you yabber too much, Dad. And I'll be like, buddy, I'm a professional yabber. There are people that have to wait through 2 ads to hear me yabber, and you just get to sit there and get it for free.
But to be able to see that there's a niche that's not getting filled like that, it's like you could fill that hole. You go, okay, look, there's people that are debunking these, like Graham Hancock, but there's nobody debunking that. That's something that a creative person found. You're not just talking out your ass. Like you go, okay, well, there's something that needs to be done here. These people are just throwing out. It's like the Wild West where they're just debunking things and just saying whatever they want, and just because they say they're an academic or they're whatever, then they just get the pass. Well, no, they're fallible human beings like the rest of us, and turns out a lot of them like to just lie. So it's good that you're covering those people, because not a lot of people do.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I mean, with the exception of Sam from Illegitimate Scholar, nobody else covered the Flint Dibbles thing. And to me, it was immediate. Like, I watched that thing and I knew immediately if he's going to lie about the racism thing, and that he waffled so hard on that. And I'm like, you see that? It's like, okay, if he's going to lie about that, he's got to be lying about other things. So I just started looking for just basic tells. Like, it took no time at all. At one point, they're even discussing Sacsayhu Aman, and they pull up an image, and Flint's like, I don't even know if that image is Sacsayhu Aman. And it's like, okay, I mean, all the alarm bells are going off in my head. Bro. It's like, oh, only somebody who's sneaking in bullshit images would say something like that. You know, come on. So you start going through and find out, oh yeah, he's putting out look at this graph that's going back. It talks about metallurgy 10,000 years ago. Well, actually just covers the Roman period, but it's a graph. Just put on the screen and you shuffle it away. And yeah, it was pretty gross. And the sad thing is that the way that it's so polarized, even though science should be like apolitical and devoid of ideology. I mean, it was absolute like blood in the water. We got Graham, yay! And they say science should correct itself, but I don't see any archaeologists coming out and denouncing Flint for that bullshit.
No, like none.
Exactly.
And it's because of that little club, and I'm sure there's a bunch of them that fucking hate the dude.
Oh,
but they're not. He's a piece of shit. Okay, the guy is. Anybody who's like celebrating Charlie Kirk, he's just he's a POS, and he's got Garrett's phone picture saved on his phone.
He wants me. The dude wants me.
He's got your picture saved.
Can I say, he had it at the ready. So fast at that.
But with the Graham thing, it's great that you did that, because you're not like all rah Graham, right? There's a giant void between true believers on the ancient civilization side, which I can be one sometimes, and then the academic side, and you're just going, wait a minute, like one thing Graham has consistently said, and I'm talking going back to listening to him on Art Bell, who we're going to bring up in a little bit, because they're like none of this happens without Art Bell. And Art Bell was the first one to really give Graham any pub here in the United States. It's the only reason I ever heard of the book. It's the only reason Joe Rogan ever heard of the book. And back in those days, he's like, I'm not saying any of this is fact. I'm just saying it needs to be studied. Here's what I think, but this needs to be studied, and nobody's studying it. And it's always been, jumping on him for, just being woo-woo. But the recent one, Dan, was the pushing of the whole calling him a racist and a white supremacist. And you know where that comes from, right? So academia hates that so much, because it does come from pockets of, like, we're talking back in the 1900s of stuff that was trying to like find some racial purity in Atlantis. And because there's that one little kernel there, it somehow poisons the whole idea, which is just fucking ridiculous. But that's where a lot of that comes from in academia.
Well, the funny thing is, the guy that they're picking at it with is Ignatius Donnelly. He's a Minnesota congressman.
Yep.
And was also a staunch advocate for women voting and a staunch advocate for the ending of slavery. He was a progressive of his day.
Yes.
But just like Abe Lincoln, he had some really fucked views about race, because it was the end of the 19th century, man. People were still pretty backwards in those days compared to today. So it's and the thing is, if you look at where archaeology was at the time, they're all like running around. This is the beginning of the days of the noble savage myth. Oh shit, we're stomping out these natives. We need to go buy all their shit. All these Native American collectibles, like the Kachina dolls that are super expensive. Those are like way different than they used to be. These Navajo dolls that 120 years ago, the natives figured out if we start making these the way white people like them, we can sell the fuck out of these because these rich anthropologists are over here buying. But they were going after everything. They started the looting of their sites. There's a lady that said that in like 1940, she reported seeing her grandfather's grave goods at the Smithsonian Institute. She's like, I watched my grandpa get buried in these clothes, and y'all fucking dug it up before he was even cold and slapped his shit in your museum. So there was like, they're like, oh, this guy had some bad ideas about race. And it's like, meanwhile, you're looting shit that you still have.
So fuck off. And no, that's great that you point that out. Like it was of the time. We cannot judge these people. We talk about H.P. Lovecraft all day long. People will steal his fucking stories and think it's okay because he was a racist. Like, he was a little more complex than that. Okay. And that's the bullshit we're still dealing with instead of like looking at it reasonably. And he probably, if he was born in this time, he probably would have thought differently, but it doesn't take away what the guy did. He became it was congressman, right? He became a congressman so he can get access to the Library of Congress so he could study Atlantis. That's fucking awesome. And his book's available. It's available on audiobook. I bought it. It's still on Amazon. I highly recommend it because it's a basis of a lot of this stuff.
It is. And they claim that this is the reason that this is the origin of the modern day Atlantis hunting. This is a big claim of theirs, is that he was the one who kicked it off. And they say that because then they can say basically that Atlantis hunting was rooted in white supremacy.
Yep.
But there's two people that he was inspired by. Even the Wikipedia page that most of these archaeologists are hot to trot to edit on this guy Ignatius Dunley talk about. It's Augustus Le Plongeon and Charles de Bourbourg, and they're both thought the Maya and the Egyptians were connected. One of them thought the Maya conquered the world. One of them was into linguistics, but they were both like Maya were the superior race. If you wanted to get into master race ideology, it wasn't white people, but they're going to conveniently ignore that part because it's hard to accuse somebody of white supremacy if they're saying that the Mayans are the ones that are supreme. So it doesn't ever cease to amaze me that in a debate where quite often these guys are accused of rewriting history, they are completely willing to rewrite history in order to achieve their ends in real time. And we all see it now on the internet. You can't erase that. It's like, man, you can't make it any easier for us to prove that you're full of shit. It's terrible.
And at the same time, they don't want anyone else to rewrite history.
Oh no, you're not allowed. You have the right letters next to your name. Gatekeep the fuck out of you, man.
Exactly.
Stay over there, pseudo guy.
And the constant well, I mean, I'm sure it's been flung at you, Dan, it's been flung at us. And the origins of that, which we can do a whole show on, is Marxism. So Marxism used to use class warfare to get the ends of their means, but they couldn't really do that in the States. Not at the time. So they used racism, and they've used it quite effectively for a long time. And it's a way to just shut people down automatically. And to throw it at Graham Hancock's fucking insane. But it's not surprising, throw it at me is insane, but it's okay.
Yeah. I was for those of you who are unaware, Graham's wife is very, very brown.
Yes.
Santa's very brown, and we were in Arizona. Me and her were outside talking, and it was hot. And at one point, she says, "I need to go in before I get any darker." And Graham gets even more racist. And I fucking fell out. It's like, God damn it, she's funny, man.
But it's something that they could throw, and it used to be a powerful word because people respected it, because people didn't want to be racist. Because racism is bad, they would throw that word out, and then people would just immediately go, okay, well, then I'm never going to listen to that person again. But they've used that word so many times, and now that we're in the information age, and you can go out and find your own information or find somebody that is curating the information and telling you, hey, like this is how they're lying to you, or dedunking, right? You can go find your own information and go, okay, well, you said that 500 million people are racist for the smallest of disagreements. Doesn't really make any sense anymore to call somebody that. It doesn't mean anything.
No, it's a lot of it too is a very weird rewriting of the way things are. Like Me and Gary are definitely old enough to remember when In Vogue says "Be colorblind, don't be so shallow" back in the day, and this was black women telling us how to not be racist. But if I go say that I'm colorblind now, they're gonna fucking accuse me of being a racist, right? It's the needle shifts, and this is one of the things that makes me laugh a lot is that I'm quite certain that a vast majority of the last generations of archaeologists, including Flint's dad, for example, were almost all of them against the Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Act. They were against NAGPRA, which now they blackball people for being, if you're against NAGPRA, man, you're a racist, you're fucking, and that's, I can understand like being empathetic towards the tribes in their position. I mean, it's, they got fucked over and this is their control over the land. I get it. At the same time, how could you begrudge an archaeologist being frustrated with their inability to do work? I dug up an artifact and they shut me down. I dug up another artifact and they shut me down. God damn it, this is bullshit. That's just somebody who wants to do their job. That's not racist. What the fuck? But they don't.
They're intrigued by that culture. That's why they're there to dig up that culture.
Well,
so they
can
learn about it and teach others about it.
We also have we're digging up a culture that wasn't their culture. That preceded their culture, that preceded the Clovis people. So they're the protector of other cultures that they had nothing to do with, right?
What pisses me out with Graham is he's going to these cultures, and those cultures are going, those people, they were white. And Graham's like, well, it's weird that they're saying that the people were white, and everyone's like, oh, white supremacy.
Graham is the racist one.
Like,
I know.
They're the ones who told him. He's just going off their words.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the argument about Quetzalcoatl, like the white god down in South America. There's a lot of debate about whether or not the Spanish co-opted that myth and basically, swapped it around a little bit in a, very typical fashion, like the Christians co-opting Easter back in the day and all that stuff. It's just, it's not abnormal to kind of meld two religions together, especially when you're trying to subjugate a people.
Yeah.
But there's no real solid evidence for this. It's all just discussion. It's all hypothetical. So when they accuse Graham of being a racist because people that come around 20 years after he graduated high school started saying, hey man, maybe this is a possibility. This is, the whole reason they fucking do this is because, there's so few people. If you go on the internet and you're like, man, this guy's got some wrong opinions about the goddamn pyramids. Can you believe how stupid he is? Nobody gives a fuck. But if you're like, oh man, this guy's got some opinions about the pyramids, they're wrong. Oh, by the way, they're racist.
Yep.
Well, now you've at least got a subsection of people that are just like mindless little zealots that are going to fall in line and throw rocks at the racists before they walk away.
Yep.
And Team Science is as full of them as any other team. It's really a sad thing when seeing that Professor Dave guy, seeing his followers. That was kind of, I couldn't fucking believe that. Yeah. I couldn't believe that you could consider yourself like, I'm informed by science and I'm an even-keeled person. You're just like a bunch of rabid dogs screaming and yelling at people.
It's a new religion, and this brings up a question because we're asked this a lot, and I don't have an answer for it, but maybe you do or have a theory on science being so against this, right? And we can say it's hubris. I don't think we could say it's money, but why do they cover things up? Why do they lie? Why do they obfuscate? Why do they try to attack people like Graham Hancock or others, even people who are their peers? They try to jump on them the minute they come something that just slightly swerves from the narrative. What's your theory?
Ego, most of it to me. Carl Sagan was kind of the first scientist to really just push through and be like, I'm going to talk to the public first, and then I'm going to talk to my colleagues second. And he got all kinds of shit for that. He was constantly berate. His colleagues would pick on him and say, well, we're going to go write another book for the idiots and stuff like that. I mean, he was Lee Berger. Fast forward to recently, Lee Berger is an anthropologist who did the Cave of Bones series. If you saw that, okay.
It's brilliant.
Fucking brilliant. Did you see the shit he got on Twitter for that?
Yeah.
Okay. Why? What did he say in there that was wrong? He didn't say anything was wrong. The only thing that he did was, I know his fucking name. And I didn't know any of these other guys' names. And that's what's the problem is.
Yeah.
Like I said it in Sedona, Graham writes a fiction. They write a fiction. Graham sells better with the wrong letters next to their name. And now they're butthurt. You know, there's a saying about there's like a allegory that scientists like to talk about, or atheists, excuse me, like to talk about. That's where a scientist had spent like all of his life studying something. He's at a conference, a guy overturns it. He walks up and shakes his hand and says, "Thank you very much," blah, blah. And everybody's like, "Oh, no, this is the way science works." And it's like, no, there's a reason that you guys tell this story. This is the rarity. Nobody fucking does that, even scientists. There's a reason, you know, Planck's principle, I assume. Max Planck was a Nobel Prize winning theoretical physicist that like did a bunch of work on quantum stuff. And his principle can be summarized in science progresses one funeral at a time, not one discovery at a time.
Yep.
The old guard dies and the new kids come in and take over.
It's ego, hubris, and you're right, chat. Ideology, and they're really unforgiving on this stuff. And that Cave of Bones thing, even at the end of the documentary, you could see he was nervous. He's like, I don't know how I'm going to present this. This is big. We got to really take our time. I got to rethink my life choices.
Yep.
And they use it in this way where they pretend we're trying to just do science because we need to scrutinize everything. It's like you're not scrutinizing somebody's arguments when you call them racist or you call them stupid or you call them whatever you call them. That's not coming to the table with facts, because it would be a different thing if you came and said, hey, here's this, and this, like you do in both directions. You go, hey, this, Graham said this, that doesn't really line up with the data that we have now. Dibble said this, that does not line with the data we have now. A lot of the times on social media, for the most part, it is just ad hominem. It's just attacks on people's character and not the knowledge. Like, come to the table with the knowledge, because that's what I want. I want the facts. Like, give me the facts. Give me them in a clear, concise way, because I'm not an academic. I don't know the data like you know the data, or can explain it like you can. That's what Carl Sagan was so great at, was taking it, filtering it through, and communicating it to the layman and getting them interested in it. And that's how you advance science, is getting the most people to understand the science, not just keeping it.
You're very right. But Sagan had one attribute that I think is missing from a lot of people who are scientifically minded. He was very human, very, very, very human. If you watch or read the book Contact, Carl Sagan was an empiricist and an atheist. At the end of that movie, when Jodie Foster has her experience, it is completely subjective. You either trust that what she says happened, or go jump on the ball yourself, dumbass, and go see your own dad. This is not a scientific experience anymore. This is a human. This is a psychological. This is a, dare say, spiritual experience. Spiritual. Sagan was good at that. He could weave it back and forth. Like his talk, when he talks about how the first generation of stars were all hydrogen and helium, and they exploded, and they made all these dense elements and spread them throughout the universe. And then a second generation of stars formed with our sun, and that we are built of stars. So when we look at the cosmos, we're literally the stars looking at itself. It's like, that's as close to spiritual as science can really get without stepping into, hypothesis. It's just guesswork. Yeah. I mean, he was good at that. He was really good at that. And he did it without coming across like a weirdo or like a fucking hippie, like I usually do when I talk about it. So check it out, man.
We're
all spiritual, bro. Man.
Sounding like high and mighty, like a pompous, aristocrat speaking down to the dummies, like his friends would have, or his colleagues, I would say.
Yeah, there's one clip of him that I love where somebody asks him, he's like, what kind of technologies do you think that they might have on other solar systems? And you can see it immediately in his eyes. He's like, how in the fuck am I supposed to know? Yeah. But he's like, well, several of these star systems are millions of years older than ours. So if that was the case, they would stand to reason. It's like, he goes with it. He knows where the impassioned amateur lies. And that's something that really is, like with this million-year-old skull that's been going around, the people throwing rocks at the discussion surrounding it. It's like, you have an opportunity that you can educate your audience here. You have an opportunity to talk about this stuff with people who are clearly fucking passionate about it. If you think they got something wrong, all you got to do is, like, remember that thing your grandma told you about honey and vinegar? Just go catch some goddamn flies, man. It's not hard. Just go be personable and say what you got to say. But instead, they're like, "Oh, you're a bunch of fucking idiots! I can't believe you guys. You misrepresent everything." Well, it's like, okay, well, now they don't listen to you, and so now it's relying on me to take care of some of the stuff. So I guess thanks for the job.
Yeah.
No, and we could talk about that skull a little
Oh,
bit.
I love that skull.
Yeah. So, and I just know the surface information on it because I've been too busy with my Hollywood stuff lately. But I saw this going around, and I did see it get shared around. But you guys can fill in the details. BBC reported 1 million-year-old skull rewrites human evolution, scientists claim. So, go on, Dan.
Oh, sorry. You're going to read the article. Go ahead. Sorry.
We can.
No,
we
if
can.
you want to go
read
into it.
No, read away. That's yeah. Sorry.
Well,
show off that skull.
actually, I like it. We can read the article and then we can get a live debunking.
We can.
Yeah.
So my first thought is, okay, we're saying this is a connection to, okay, it rewrites human evolution.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's clearly not a human skull. Like it's just, to me,
Right.
it's maybe a hominid that we might be descended from, but it's clearly not a human skull. It's a little bit of a flat head there. I've known a couple people that might fit into that skull, but you never know.
Sinner.
And the brow bone.
Yeah.
No.
Scroll up a little bit, X-ray girl. 1 million-year-old human skull found in China suggests that our species, Homo sapiens, began to emerge at least 500,000 years earlier than we thought. Researchers are claiming in a new study. It also shows, oh, wow, that's even better. It also shows that we coexist, everybody, with other sister species. Why can't it be a brother species? What the hell?
Yeah, what's up, brother?
Including Neanderthals. Is it Neanderthal or is it Neanderthal? Heard it both
User's
ways.
choice.
I think it depends if you're British or not.
Oh,
Ah,
I don't know.
I'm not
That's
Aluminum.
always the dividing point.
They probably throw a U in there somewhere.
for much longer than we've come to believe, they say. The scientists claim that the analysis totally changes our understanding of human evolution, and if correct, it would certainly rewrite a key early chapter in our history. But other experts in the field were disagreement over our emergence. Did I read that wrong? Or but other? I mean, I might have. That's for sure. But other experts in a field were disagreement. Where disagreement? See, I read it wrong. Over our emergence on the planet is rife. Say the new study's conclusions are plausible, but far from certain. The discovery published in the leading scientific journal Science shocked the research team, which included scientists from the university in China and the UK's Natural History Museum. Cool museum.
which is a killer museum.
Fucking killer museum. I almost destroyed the Darwin butterfly display in that museum. Yes.
No.
I would have made the Daily Mail and fucking in the Sun. Stupid,
Like, this
ugly
internet
American.
racist.
Yeah.
And then you would have gotten arrested.
Yeah. But we tested it again and again to test all the models, use all the methods, and we are now confident about the results, and we're actually very excited. So the result of so does it get into like what its connection is to us specifically? Scroll up a little bit more. There's the pictures.
Look at those skulls.
Big skulls. When scientists found the skull named Zuzane, you insane?
I think that's North Korea. I think that's how that's
Yunshin.
pronounced.
I don't know.
Yunshen 2. Why is it 2? Is there a sequel?
There's
there a first one?
it's the
I missed
third
the-
skull. It's the second skull of 3 that they've pulled out of the stuff.
I missed the first one.
Oh,
they-
yeah, me too.
They assumed it belonged to an earlier ancestors of ours, Homo erectus.
Swing.
The first large-brained humans, which we are not. That's because it dated back about 1 million years, long before more advanced humans were thought to have emerged. Homo erectus eventually evolved and began to diverge 600,000 years ago into Neanderthals, I'll just say it this time, and our species, Homo sapiens. But the new analysis of Shane. Is that how we say it? When it's an
However
X-ray
you want
girl.
it.
I think
Yoshin.
it's like a sh sound.
Yoshin.
Yushin
Yeah.
2 Electric Boogaloo, which has been reviewed by experts independent of the research team, suggests that it is not a homo. I mean, sorry, it's not Homo erectus.
So it's some other homo.
It's some other homo.
This is even more erector. It's long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a longy.
Homo longus.
It is now thought to be an early version of a homo.
Ah,
Homo, what is this? Iongi?
Longy.
Oh,
Longy.
it's longi. Well, is it
Bigger,
I-
thicker, longy, stronger, hairier.
Hey.
That's how he
Now
supplanted
we're
the other
talking.
homos.
A sister species at similar levels of development to Neanderthals and Homo sapiens. Genetic evidence suggests it existed alongside them. So if Eugene 2 walked the earth a million years ago, say the scientists, early versions of Neanderthal and our own species probably did too. Why not? This startling analysis has dramatically shifted the timeline of the evolution of large-brained humans back by at least 500,000 years, according to Professor Chris Stringer of the Natural History Museum and co-lead on the research. He said there are likely to be million-year-old fossils of Homo sapiens somewhere on our planet. We just haven't found them yet. Well, that's because they're very hard to find. This isn't fossilized, by the way. It's just they found a skull. Where did they find the skull? Dan?
It was in China. The site's called that Yongsheng, or however it's pronounced. It's near a little village. I forget the name of it, Matsuari or some shit like that. But yeah, it's in China.
It is like it's very hard to find human remains, especially from back then, because we generally just died on the ground and got picked apart.
Well,
Yeah. So we had to die just right to get fossilized, or fell into a bog somewhere,
or a crevasse somewhere and get frozen.
I was watching some.
That's how I want to go.
What they say, 1% of all species throughout history have been fossilized. So there's,
really?
it's under 1%.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So
Whoa.
it's a rare process, and like imagine all the species that we don't know about yet.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot of it too.
All
We
those
can't really.
lost homos.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff we can't even tell anything about. Like we'll get like when they smash something like an octopus or something from a bajillion years ago. It's like smashed between two layers of mud. We know like fuck all about that thing. You know, there's no bones. When you get like an imprint in the mud, it's like, oh, damn near just a handprint.
Yes.
A lot of the stuff we really know so little about.
There are two ways to pinpoint the species of an early human and work out when it walked the earth. Analyzing the shape of the skull and its genetic data. In the case of Eugene 2 Electric Boogaloo, both methods were used and each came to the same conclusion. They came at the same time.
Wow.
They
That's
did.
a myth.
Yep, it is. But other researchers, such as Dr. Aylwin Scully, an evolutionary geneticist, I want to say geneticist. Is that geneticist? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. At Cambridge University, say they are considerable uncertainties in both methods. One has to be particularly tentative about the timing estimates, because those are very difficult to do, regardless of what evidence you are looking at, be that genetic or fossil evidence. He said, even with the largest amount of genetic data, excuse me, it is very difficult to place the time when populations may have coexisted to within 100,000 years or even more. So it's a big fucking guess, everybody. He added that while Professor Nee of the Knights of Ni and Stringer's conclusions were plausible, they were far from certain, and that there's more evidence was needed for it to be sure. That picture is still quite unclear to us. So if the conclusions of this research are supported by other analysis, ideally from some genetic data, then I think we would start to be increasingly confident about it, he told the BBC. The earliest known evidence for early homos is in Africa is 300,000 years ago, which is, I mean, generally recent, because I remember in my lifetime it was 200,000 years ago. So it is tempting to conclude that our species might have evolved first in Asia. Now, people have brought that up, Dan, and man, that's getting some blowback.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, let's be clear. There, when you talk about like the people that are white supremacists that get into this stuff, this is one of the first places they go. Is it out of Africa's bullshit? And you know, the deal is, I don't have a problem with the idea of out of Africa being bullshit, but I do have a problem accepting data from somebody who's got a dog in the fight in that kind of way, because it's just, you know, it's the same as anybody else. I can't trust your motivations. I can't trust your motivations.
That's my thing with China here. China all of a sudden finds an old fossil and goes, "Hey, humans were from us.
We were the oldest." Yeah.
Yes.
The Egyptians will find one soon.
I'm gonna side with
It's
China.
in the book.
I'm gonna side with China a little bit here, because if you look at just their culture and their history of civilization, which the dating might not be completely right, because although they kept studious records, they also destroyed a bunch of records, and they could be way older than we think they are, and they look older. They have a bigger population. It just looks older, just you know, anecdotally, right? So I could believe that. Out of Africa, well, I guess we just hung out and hunted and gathered for a long time and didn't really do anything at all, ever.
Yeah,
So-
that's a pretty funny take that they have on it. The ancient humans are the same as us, except they just didn't innovate for like a bajillion years, and then one day they woke up, we're like, oh yeah, let's learn.
What if we put a rock on the end of a stick?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's like, in my mind, as soon as that spark happened, where the symbolic thought, like people started looking at the world with kind of a more meticulous or more understanding way. I mean, I think in like 1 or 2 generations, you'd have all kinds of crazy ass inventions. Like you'd have things like a bow and arrow might take a lot of work because it's a little counterintuitive, but things like spears and like using fire to sharpen your wood and like cooking your food and floating on logs to get to other islands and shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, all this stuff, like right away, I think humans figured as soon as we got smart, we were doing it.
That's intuitive to children, like little babies that they didn't go through some big training scenario. You take them to the woods, they start going, okay, what if I throw a rock against this thing? Okay, that's cool. Can I float on this log? What's that? Oh, that's cool. You know, like they figure it out. So to think that for hundreds of thousands of years we did nothing, just hard to believe.
So the stoned ape theory, right? It was like it could have led to our evolution, but there's something about that where it increases the persons who's consuming the mushrooms or with the stoned ape, their intelligence, but that doesn't make it genetic. It doesn't pass on. Sure, culture can increase society that they're living in, and but that could be destroyed very easily. But the genetics pass on, but that intelligence from the stoned ape doesn't pass on. So there could be these pockets of like societies and cultures throughout these 300,000 years that have come and gone, and we would never know.
Yep.
But stoned ape theory, I think, is something to it.
I think that there well could be, like, because I mean, not if you've ever done mushrooms, I don't know anybody that has, but if you ever have, you'll know the symbolism is pretty massively huge. It's like, and so it doesn't take a lot to see how that could like translate into what humans do. This isn't, the words are very, are abstract symbols, right? And you get like a vervet monkey or something that can say puma or say osprey, and it might get smart enough that if it's getting beat up by another monkey, it could say puma in the hopes that the other monkey scurries up a tree so it can get away. But then we come along and we're like, I promise you, I'll never fuck anybody but you, and our offspring will be exclusive. That all of a sudden has huge evolutionary advantages. That promise right there, honestly, stops a lot of infighting.
It does. Well,
Good point.
and it can lead to more. But
There's
The days of our lives.
the days of our lives. Yeah, I think there might be something to that. To where basically expanding your mind and getting really high could be genetic, and having taken, like you just said, having taken mushrooms and acid, copious amounts. That's what led me. That's what led me away from being an atheist. Right, I was a hardcore atheist for a long time when I was a kid, when I was young and stupid. Right, but then when I that started, like, it's hard to explain to somebody who's never taken them. But if you, and definitely don't, they're really bad for you, especially acid. Like, don't fuck with that stuff. But it does feel like you're behind a veil and you're like observing reality from kind of a different room. You know, and
Good way of putting it.
yeah, you're seeing things completely differently, that you're outside of yourself and any kind of predispositions or bias, and it really opened me up to spirituality. I'm probably selling it right now, but it's but you know what? If you're of not sound mind, if you're bipolar or something like that, do not fuck with that shit. It will.
Yeah, it can mess you up.
I've seen people never come back, ever come back. But I could see that be part of the evolution. It's an interesting theory that I never really thought about until I heard that. I heard that one like 5 years ago. I was
Terrence
like,
McKenna, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kicked that one off.
Yeah, he did. And I wasn't like really into him. Although I've listened to, I must have forgot the episodes where Art Bell interviewed him. There's a bunch of episodes where he interviewed him. But I would just always like, it's some drug guy, whatever,
So the idea is, before we found mushrooms or whatever it is that we had, we were just hiding in trees, hiding in caves, chilling out, trying to survive. And then it made their brains larger. Because, like, you have a good point, Adam, is like, it only makes their brain larger. So then did they give it to their children? How does that pass down? Is it just like accumulative?
It's just
knowledge
weird to me that so many things have taken so long to evolve, but they're trying to tell us that the human race like jumped from a monkey to this in 200,000 years, which is like a minute. Like, that's a hot minute.
Yeah.
Looking at the grand scheme of things, that's the only thing I've ever had a hard time buying with this. It's like that is too fast. It is just, I can see. Whales used to have legs. They used to walk the land, and then eventually, and for a long fucking time, and then eventually they went into the oceans. But that took millions of years, and they're telling us, oh yeah, all of a sudden, like, we developed consciousness, and we and the Big Mac and the internet in 200,000 years.
Yeah,
it's
just
like what?
Boom.
Yeah, it definitely, but also if you turn back the clock a little bit, they want to tell you, like, my favorite is Easter Island. They would tell you that the idea of the people like contacting Easter Island from both South America and Asia was insane. And it's like, well, if anybody that could sail to that little pinprick out in the middle of the fucking ocean could clearly reach one of the other continents. I mean, come on, it's a big old chunk of land as opposed to this tiny little speck. Yeah. And it, Thor Heyerdahl, if you guys are aware who he is.
Yep.
Okay, he was blasted for saying that about that. Hey, man, looks like there was South American architecture here on Easter Island, and then we go just last year. They're pulling up genetic evidence for the foodstuffs and the people both have evidence of both Asian and South American DNA. The very oldest habitable layer that we go to there that we know of, they have ginger and sweet potatoes, for example, which is from Asia and from South America. And their myth even says that they got prepared and made this like they found the place and they all got all this prepared for this big voyage. And sounds like they did. Sounds like they went and grabbed a bunch of shit and went there.
Yeah, and they knew where to go.
But
the people back then, their sky was their map, right? My wife sailed in the South Pacific for a while, and she would meet these elders who could sail. They just had a little boat, and they could go anywhere they wanted to just by looking at the stars. And it's like, oh yeah, I just got to sail this way for 3 weeks and I'll get to, my cousin's place, which is that 3 weeks that way because I just know that's that way. So of course, it was easy for them to sail.
And a first guy had to do that. So
Right.
a first guy had to figure it out and then come back and tell somebody, right?
Right,
So and that takes time. That takes lots of time. And then, you know, it's oral. There's no writing, of course. I'm just going by academia. There's no writing. So this is all oral tradition that just happened in a minute. It's very hard to believe.
It's extremely hard to believe. I mean, it's really funny the way that they're so skeptical about, like when you're talking about them using the stars. If you start talking about 10,000 years ago, them having used the stars for like constellations and stuff, like Dr. Martin Sweatman will point out things with Göbekli Tepe and some of the cave paintings and say, I think this is Scorpio. I think this represents Leo. And he gets all this pushback from it. It's like, well, you don't think that the humans were using stars 12,000 years ago? You don't think they were using it 20,000 years? They're fucking spiders that use stars to navigate, man. They're like, what the fuck are you on about? We've been doing this for millions of years. In my opinion, it's probably the first esoteric knowledge. Like one day somebody realizes that when sun rises into this patch of stars, the buffalo are here, sun rises into that patch, it's time to plant, yada, yada. It didn't take him long to figure out that his knowledge was worth like 100 people's worth of labor. And, you know, some guys might be honorable about it, but some guys might just be like, you know, man, I need to look at those stars every night and sleep most of the day. Could you bring me some food and some ladies up here? Because I'm going to be busy and I ain't teaching nobody except my kid. And pretty soon it's these little clubs. And I mean, even today, you know, I personally, I don't think that modern astrology is real, but I do think that it has its roots in this long-seated human belief that the guy that knows the stars predicts the future.
Stars are pretty important, especially back then. I mean, that was their
whole
TV.
Life.
That was their
internet.
It's
that
like
was their entertainment. Yeah.
The sun goes down, you see the stars, you sit by a campfire and you tell stories about them, and then it's very important. And it's clear to us, the further and further back we seem to go, the more they knew about it, the more they were in tune with it, how they built all their shit around it. They spent a lot of time looking at those stars, and they knew a lot more than we give them credit for.
Yeah, and I completely believe we're older than 300,000 years.
Yeah,
I do. I don't know if we have any proof of it yet, but like we'll eventually get there. It's on Mars. That's where we come from.
Honestly, if I'm so excited about that announcement of the life on Mars, because of I know it's old and it's dead, but if they could look into that, man, there's two ways about it. If they look at that and it's got DNA or RNA and it's like very similar to what we got going on here, there's either one of two things: either that, you know, transpermia, or this is just the fucking way life develops. And either one is a big leap forward in our knowledge. Yeah. But and if we look at it and it's just off in some other direction altogether, well, I dare not even guess what we could learn from that.
And if you really want to go out there, it's okay. Say they develop some bipedal, you know, consciousness, human type figure there. It's old enough for any sign of them to be completely wiped out. Oh, yeah. Gone. Yeah, it's really windy there. There's a lot of sand, you know, and that atmosphere has been gone for a long time. The water's trapped under the surface. You guys remember it'd be ridiculous to say there was water on Mars. Now it's a fact. So they're going to be slow with the life thing, but it was there.
Yeah, I think I personally think that there's probably life on Mars underground near the poles where the water collects now. I mean, if you look at Earth and some of the places where shit happens and some of the most inhospitable. Yeah. So if you had a robust ecosystem up there and then it got smote, it wouldn't, you know, I would, life finds a way, as that Jeff Goldblum guy said.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm pretty interested in that one, and it's also funny that they like mentioned. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm pretty sure we found signs of life right at the time that there's this goofy 3-eye atlas thing flying around, like threatening to who knows what. It's if it just came across as a comet, it wouldn't be so bad, but it has some pretty goofy attributes.
It does. Now there's a picture going around on Twitter. I don't know if it's got proposed notes. It doesn't have notes yet.
Yeah,
that's supposedly The one from Mars, the one taken from Mars. Yeah. Where it just looks like a band of light, like a little band of light.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anna Paulina Luna put it up on Twitter today. Posted it on Twitter. There we go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw people taking a meme in this already.
Of course.
I didn't know what they were memeing. Okay. But damn.
So it's I spoke with Dr. Avi Loeb, and he stated this image is claimed to be from the Perseverance rover on Mars, if real. The elongated cylinder could be caused by smearing due to a long exposure time of the camera at this as the source moves across the Martian sky. Yeah. I will keep you posted if I learn more.
But I hope it's not. I hope it's actually a Tic Tac. Come on, let's go.
Come on.
It lands right in the labyrinth of Egypt and meets with lands right where it's supposed to.
And we hope that until it opens up and says, "You have exactly 40 years until we evade your planet." It's like
I'd be like, we're not doing such a good job.
We're here for our gold.
Let's see what happens.
Where is it?
We've come for your women.
Oh man, yeah, it's it's definitely I'm very skeptical when it comes to like aliens visiting Earth and stuff. But at the same time, it's like when the big one to me was when they were like, yeah, the coma on this comet's just backwards and it's spitting out all these wrong elements and shit. It's just like, okay, man. I know I was just at a UFO festival here in Washington. Chehalis, Washington is actually where the term flying saucer was coined. I didn't know that until I went to it, but I got this shirt there, man. You might like this one, Gary. Check it out. This is a I'm sure you'll know what it's a parody of.
Oh yeah,
the Squatch Man.
The Squatch Man.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Love it.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I have the comic that is based on.
Oh, you got the first one of those? Damn,
I do.
I used to have the giant size. I had in like '89. I had all of the X-Men from the giant sized up till the time of, and then some kids stole them out of my locker, which is sad because he also stole all my Excalibur, which Excalibur is worthless now, but it was worth a pretty penny then.
Yeah, it's a good comic book too.
Man, that eBay we were talking about it earlier. You were into comics back before that. You'll well remember Regional Rarity and how heavily that was just manipulated in the comics world. And then you can't buy all the issues anymore. All it takes is one guy with X Factor 1 through 50 offering them for 5 cents a piece, and you're fucked.
Yep.
And that's the world we live in now. So yeah, X Factor was one of the ones which immediately was
competing against the world.
I've got a list of the anomalies here.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, there you go. Let's take a look.
3i Atlas.
Go for it, Garrett.
I can't read. Adam?
Okay.
I'm not a
performative reader, okay? I read to myself.
No non-gravitational acceleration. James Webb Space Telescope measured heavy outgassing, yet orbital solutions remain purely gravitational with deviation under 15 meters per day. That's from Loeb. Negative polarization, a deep negative 2.7% branch at small phase angles, not observed in any comet or asteroid. CO2/H2O ratio near 8, far outside solar system norms, requiring exotic composition. Water activity at 3.5 AU. OH detections imply a large active surface, inconsistent with nucleus size limits from HST. Dust activity at 6.5 AU. What is that? That's a measurement, right? An
astronomical unit.
Okay.
Yep.
Outgassing began at distances too great for water ice sublimation. Light curve slope break. Brightening steep at R negative 3.9, then flattened at R negative 1.2, unexplained by smooth sublimation. Nickel without iron. Spectroscopy shows nickel lines, but weak or absent iron. Not a normal cometary ratio. Green glow without strong C2. Classic comet green without the expected molecules. Sunward plume without thrust. Coma elongation toward the sun persists with no measurable push on the nucleus. And then some contradictions here. Water activity requires a large active surface, while brightness modeling requires a small nucleus. Polarization anomalies require exotic dust, while gas-dominated signatures conflict with that assumption. Outgassing rates should impart thrust, yet the orbit remains purely gravitational. And then we got this. This is a great post, by the way. The evidence cannot be unified under a natural comet framework. Multiple anomalies stack into mutually exclusive requirements. The most consistent explanation is that 3I Atlas is artificial, designed to present comet-like emissions while concealing its true nature.
So scary.
Oh, God. Let it be aliens. Or not. I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean,
Nice
that's
aliens.
great.
Probably
it's an
just a
interstellar
comet.
object. It could be something we just have never seen before.
Yeah,
it could be.
exactly.
It could have some material in there that we don't know about. I mean, it might be. That's rare, but it could be.
A weird comet.
They've got that probe around Jupiter that's supposed to pass in the spring, and they discussed at one point trying to have it intercept, but I think they're saying that it's just moving too fast. But honestly, that given what all's coming off of this thing, we should be doing everything we can to put a probe on that or to do something.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of information there. If assuming it's not artificial, assuming it's just natural, that there's like, we're going to kick physics in the teeth if we go and get some info off of that. Because you look at chemistry, we know so little about things. We can't really reproduce like Neptune's situation in a fucking lab. So you go to Neptune and chemistry does work different than it does here. When a comet outgasses ice, it goes straight to being water vapor instead of liquid water because of the lack of pressure. It can't be liquid water. So, you change the pressure, you change temperatures, and you change the way chemistry works. And we certainly cannot emulate all of what the universe does here on this little rock. So
No.
go get that thing, see what's on it. And then, find the xenomorph, keep it, bring it back to Earth.
And make it a pet.
From orbit.
Yeah.
If you find any eggs on it, don't open as it opens. Don't look directly into it.
Just don't.
That's all you gotta do.
Smart.
They
it's
do
that
it
one
every
where
time, but you don't have to don't do it.
There's that one movie where they killed Rod Reynolds in the first few seconds when the aliens when he was-
Life is that?
Yeah, that was a good one. They brought the UFO back to Earth.
Smart.
Never
That's why
again.
we need. That's why we need a moon base. You keep the aliens at the moon base,
Mhm.
so it's quarantine on the moon.
I like it.
Yep.
I think that's why the
That's
Chinese
like-
dropped those water bears off there a few years back, was to construct a moon base.
Start doing that.
You guys remember that when that like satellite busted open or whatever? And it was like they
No.
stole like half a dozen water bears on the moon.
Whoops.
Oops.
Now they're going to
Sorry.
take over. They're going to
We
evolve.
contaminated it with life.
Yeah.
What's this? Scholars argue the Ishango bone may display the prime numbers between 10. Oh, Michael Button.
Oh yeah, the
Wait, it is. Yeah.
bone that he posted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool. Some
Yeah.
mathematical device.
Quite possibly.
Wow. Someone created a mathematical device 20,000 years ago, according to Michael Button and whatever he reposted here. Scholars argue the Ishango bone may display the prime numbers between 10 and 20 and possibly a lunar calendar. Ancient humans were smarter than we think. None of this is going to make sense to me.
Well,
I'm just going to take your word
7
for it.
days.
Aw.
Plus 5. Plus 4. Plus 1.
That is crazy. Where'd they find this? In I'm guessing in Ishango.
Ishango. I don't know where that is.
I don't
It's
know.
another Chinese plant to make us think that their culture is older.
Yeah, man.
I would
Yeah,
not put that past them at all. Okay.
We're way older than you.
I want to know how
So-
many pyramids are in
Superior.
China.
Ishango is actually the northeastern region of the Republic of the Congo.
Oh, that's not
Congo.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's where they have those scary big white apes that protect the diamonds.
The diamonds.
That's where they have the dinosaurs too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Where the last dinosaurs are in the Congo. Who was that Asian comedian who went out, or no, artist who went to go find it? He's on Joe Rogan. So I forgot his name. He's an Asian artist, and he tripped balls and decided to go look for dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, that dude. He has
Yeah.
his face painted. Yeah, that guy was cool.
Yeah,
That was funny.
it's a good
Did
show.
he have any luck? I didn't see that one.
Nope, no luck.
No, turns
Yeah.
out.
No moklemembe for
But he
him.
did find some of the old like French homes that were built out there that have completely been consumed by the jungle now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I'd like that. I'd like that. Oh, so Earthbound stuff. I don't know if I saved this for you, X-Ray Girl. Search CBS News. Amelia Earhart's plane. They might have found it.
Oh,
They think-
really?
they
Really?
think they found it in a lagoon.
Well, now we have the files. The files have been.
They've been doing.
Thanks,
Well,
Trump.
Thank you,
What-
Trump.
Why were they declassified? I think the other reason
Distraction.
they were
That's why.
declassified. Well, distraction, but I think it's to kind of cover up that she was kind of a dumbass.
Yeah, she got herself lost.
Oh.
Yeah. So there should be. I found it on Google Maps. It was once you figured out like what the island's in the middle of fucking nowhere, and the island is basically like a strip of land around a lagoon. So scroll down. Amelia Earhart's long lost plane likely located in a lagoon. Expedition team claims, citing very strong evidence. They're going to go out there. So if you scroll down, they have a picture of it. It was posted on Instagram. And it's right there. So just click on that.
Oh wow.
That looks different. So this is a different. If you go on Google Maps now, and it is called, what is it called? Scroll down a little bit, and they have the name of the island.
Nikomararara.
Landed no, that's not.
Nikumaroro.
That's what I just said.
Yeah,
Yeah, he said it verbatim.
kinda just like it. But you can scroll up. So on your own.
Sorry.
So yeah, we could copy this and search it on Google.
Yeah, I'm looking at Nikumaroro Island, and
Okay, scroll up, and yeah, we can. Okay, you can.
pretty cool.
Extra girl, scroll up to the
Cool
picture
island.
of the lagoon. Thank you. Right there, and click on it.
Oh, 1 second. I gotta stop sharing it. Open a new window.
All right. So we can look at this picture, and then we can go to Google, because the Google Maps picture is not as detailed as that. You see it right there. The what's left of it. So they found this in satellite photography from 2020, right? And so they've known about this for a few years, and it's called the satellite shows images of they call it the Taria object. If you just search that on Google and then hit maps, it'll take you right there on Google Maps. And it's not as good of a picture, but it was pretty easy to find once I found the island. It looks more like a little triangle under the water. That's crazy that they because they had you put it on satellite image there, X-Ray Girl, right there on the bottom. No, all the way to the left. You just had it. Yeah, no. Oh my God.
Okay, right.
No.
I never used the map
Hit
function.
hit X. See right there. Click on that satellite. Boom.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Not bad.
So there it is. You can see the little. You can zoom in on it a little bit.
Oh, that's it. That's as far.
That's as far, but that's where the object is. Now you can zoom out, show
zoom
how
out.
remote this island is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Keep
so it's on
going.
the inside.
Keep going. Look at how remote that fucking island is.
Whoa.
Damn.
Ain't shit there.
So it was rumored that they had some radio transmission that they caught an island and they were going to try to land, but yeah. So the truth of the matter is, there's a couple of good videos on it. Amelia Earhart was there for show. She a little DEI back
Dang,
before
earliest.
DEI. And she had a navigator, so she could fly the plane, but she couldn't fucking navigate to save her fucking life. So she had her navigator there, and they ran out of fuel. Poor old
Oops.
girl. Oopsie
Yep.
doopsie.
I remember hearing about her getting eaten by crabs, they thought before, but I'm
Yeah.
guessing this is two different islands.
Well, she might have. I mean, I don't know if there's crabs there, but they might have survived that. But there's no way they were getting found.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
I mean, you'd be.
And there's
And
nothing
I'll
on
be
this
honest
island.
with you. It's like that's like a pretty nice place. I'd be happy just to chill there if I wasn't.
Yeah,
busy.
there was like coconuts and
If
weed.
there's food.
Good food, you know,
Stuff
that's
to-
fine.
stuff to
I don't care. Don't find me.
eat.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they weren't going to find you back then.
No,
It was
not even-
1937.
they wouldn't find you right now. But-
They probably wouldn't. Well, there's a giant plane that's still missing. We can ask Ashton Forbes about it, but
Oh, he knows exactly where it went.
yeah, he
another
knows.
dimension, right?
Went to another
Yes.
dimension. He was at Cosmic Summit.
He was at Cosmic
Yeah,
Summit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he was. That was really that was one of the coolest things about Cosmic Summit was getting to meet so many different people like you guys that I'd seen on the internet, both you, Gary, and X, but had never actually got a chance to meet you guys and a chance to shake your hand, and then a whole bunch of other people too. It's nicer at those bigger events. Like it's going to be one of the nice things about having so many speakers at this thing in Arizona is it does get a little rough when, like with that Graham Hancock thing in Sedona, that was a little. I get overwhelmed at times because there'd be times where I'd be like shaking hands and taking pictures, and there'd be 20 people deep, and I'm just like, oh my god, dude.
Oh yeah,
I mean, not that I didn't want to do it, but I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god.
yeah. It's a surreal experience.
I'm just some dude, man. You sure? Let's go have a beer, man. Cut this shit out. Let's just be normal guys. This is weird. Freaking me out, man.
That's what the meetups used to be. Just 10 people for us, like 10, 12 people. Let's go out to dinner.
Yeah.
Let's go hang out.
Like in
find
New
a
York
place to hang
back in the day.
out. yeah. We went to
That
that.
was like 20 people.
Yeah, it was a good time.
That
Good
was
time.
my meetup last month. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was great.
And
I got
speaking
sick.
of one of the speakers, going back to,
Yeah.
to China and saying like how old it is. David Hatcher Childress has a book called Technology of the Gods. I've told you guys about it quite a bit. It's old. It's as a matter of fact, this is something that one of the first books I got this on Amazon early days after I listened to an Art Bell show. And what it does is, I mean, he basically lists it as this is all alien technology. But what it does is it collates and lists like all of the older, like out of place technology that they found over time. And it also lists like gunpowder and guns were most likely probably invented way before the Europeans did. The Europeans just rediscovered it. The meter rediscovered. This is all stuff that was, and it's not necessarily that China even invented it. They say they did. Maybe they rediscovered it too. But there's like a really base chapter in here where David Hatcher Childress really gets into 2A and like how important it is and how it, it's that's how you keep from having empires is guns. Yeah, that's what really changed things. Yeah, super based. But yeah, it's a really interesting read, and it just quickly goes over like it goes anywhere from gunpowder to iron. A lot of people thought it was meteoric iron that predates actual iron, but there's also signs of smelting iron like way before the iron it was supposed to have been in common use. And then there's that iron pole in India that doesn't rust. It's pure. Nobody can explain that. They can't duplicate it, but it's something you can go to and touch. It's a pure form of iron. It's been there for 600 years, maybe more. Never rusted.
Wow.
Never rusted. So highly recommend that book. It's an entertaining read. But it really gets into like all the stuff China had. They had not robots but autons. So they had like gear like robots basically that ran on gears and mechanisms. They had clocks that predate everything, and all the emperors just basically hoarded this stuff for themselves and then destroyed it, or it either got destroyed. It got destroyed by the following emperor. They really loved like outdoing each other. The emperors of China, some would some would just be like, "Fuck, destroy everything from that guy because I'm the best emperor." There was a lot of that. Which was interesting. Good book.
Yeah, the history of China is pretty weird that way.
Crazy.
There was a Jesuit priest that went there, I want to say in the 1600s, and he was the first foreigner allowed inside of the Forbidden City. And he was the first foreigner to be buried in a Buddhist shrine. And the reason is the Chinese emperor, the way that they solidified their power was through astronomical predictions. And so they had like 3,000 astronomers up on the temple or up on the roof of the Royal Observatory. And this Jesuit astronomer priest shows up and he's like, yeah, let me show you some better predictions, and displaced his astronomy. And that's all it took, man. That's, if you look through the history of the world over and over and over again, you'll see that the people who show up with the better astronomy tend to have their gods revered more by the people who have the lesser astronomy. It just slowly supplants. And yeah, that dude, he never met the emperor, but the emperor loved him so much. He was the first foreigner to be buried in a Buddhist shrine, even though he was a Christian monk. Pretty crazy.
And well, we could say, like, China wants to say but they've covered up so much of their own shit, like the pyramids. There's so many of the pyramids. Michael has talked about it. He's seen them, and they put trees on them. They basically Göbekli Tepe them to hell, because and there's part. I guess one of the school of thought is they're revered and they don't want them fucked with, but I think it's mostly just the communists want to control everything, and they definitely don't like religion. And but hey, they made an amazing bridge, everybody, so they must be superior to us in every way, which is ridiculous.
Did you see what they did when that guy like basically embarrassed the shit out of Kung Fu over in China, and how they just like he was just became like this meme lord, and they just shut it all down in one day? Like one day the Chinese government got wind of how it was making Kung Fu the laughing stock martial art, and they're just like, nope. All overnight, all of the memes were gone. They shut shit down, man.
Yes, they do. They also make actors and disappear if they get too controversial. There's a big scandal right now. There's some I think actor or singer who disappeared, got himself in a lot of trouble, and a lot of people are wondering, did he get killed by the government or did they cover it up? Yeah. Probably yes. And he's not the only one. He's not the only one. Let's get to the people, shall we? Shall we get to the people?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Let's get to the people. Hell yeah, Dan. Love the channel. Particularly his theory on what the purpose of the pyramids, from Nathan Cassidy for $4.99.
Yeah. Basically, my theory on the pyramids is that kind of twofold. One is that they were used as I think they were used as part of a ceremonial rite for the pharaohs and stuff. I don't think they were buried there. I think it was like one station. They had like, I think 42 gates that they were supposed to pass through in the underworld. And I think that these pyramids were spots. That's why we find empty sarcophaguses in all of them. And when we do find a sealed sarcophagus, there's nothing in it. But I also think that they were built, like, I think that a lot of the mysteries and stuff were done to just, the idea of staying immortal oftentimes is contingent on the belief that people remember your name, right? And so we still say the name of Khufu thousands of times a day. Why? Because of that damn pyramid being all goofy. So I think that may well be part of it. It was just a mystery machine to keep us at the forefront. I think that's what it was about, personally. I think a lot of the mysteries in the pyramid were deliberate just to keep people enthralled. Not as fun as ancient high technology, but makes more sense to me.
It could be both. You never know.
It very well could be both.
We can't go over the whole video. Did you see, Adam, you shared is it Jay Anderson's video? Is this on going to Sacsayhuaman? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we should talk about it. It's pretty cool.
It's very cool. It's really cool seeing a bunch of places we've been to.
Yeah,
dude. It's like I was there too.
Yeah.
But he's got a video out where they're digging underneath the wall, and they're going through the tunnels. He also goes through Cusco, which is a fantastic place, magical place. Dare I say?
I said this last week when I saw it. It's not going to be a surprise to me if they find out the Chicanas connect Cusco all the way up. I mean, that's would be huge. But if it wouldn't surprise me if they rival Darien Kuyu. Ancient humans knew to go underground is to be safe. They looked at the stars, not just for navigation as television, internet, whatever, but also because they knew, oh, that thing could kill us. That there's death from above, and I think that was global. So Daring Kuyu, I think, is one of those places that was like, well, this is clearly a refuge for them to escape if something's coming. And it wouldn't surprise me if these Chicanas they're just going to get more. And Luke has been on the show. He said there's rumors that they're huge and that they go on all over the place. So I don't know. It looks like you could see this is
Put it to the side.
They're finding stuff down there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Those tunnels were written about, like, we have writings of them from the 1500s from a guy that was half Inca, half Spaniard, and he talks about it being like that even the bravest warriors fear to go deep into these things. And then I can show you numerous examples of in the last 20 years of mainstream science saying that there's no tunnels there. This is all bullshit. There's no tunnels that exist. And at the same time, at pretty much the same day, you could go get Brian Forrester to take you on a damn tour of the place.
Yep.
Or a local for the last 100 years. So I mean, honestly, a lot of the times when it's like that, and especially in the third world, I honestly think it's less about hiding the sites to keep people from learning than it is just facilitating the looting of the place.
Yeah.
Just keep your mouth shut. We'll tell you got all the fucking elongated skulls and gold coins out of here, boys. And then, yeah, it's real. Go ahead. Come on down. Check it out. Time for the condoms and beer cans. All the good stuff's gone.
Yep.
Wait until it's perfectly preserved.
Touch that stone. So cool.
Brian Forster's a machine, man. He got go to his channel. He's got just walking tours of Peru. Like he does Egypt too, but like it's just him walking around, smoking his heaters at 14,000 feet. There's the upside down still.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the one that's upside down.
We saw
cool.
that.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like something blew up or like a hardcore earthquake. But you got to think that a lot of this, especially the megalithic stuff, was made to survive earthquakes specifically. So it must have been a really bad one. But yeah, man, we got to go back.
We just went through this area because some of these spots are like usually open to the public. I think this one is. And they just
Jay Anderson's video.
Yes,
yeah.
So go watch his full episode on it.
Very good video.
Good follow
He's got
as well.
A couple out now.
Yes, yeah, episode 4.
Multiple parts.
Jay's a good dude. I got to meet him at the summit, and we hit it off pretty well. I spent a lot of time just kicking it and puffing with him.
Yeah, I saw you guys in the smoke. I go out there and vape with you guys. Hung out. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in that smoking section a lot. It was a lot of fun. But the night of the debate, we had a debate in the morning at 9:30, and Dr. Hillman from Ganong Padang and all that, he was one of the guys on the panel. He comes out with his morning coffee at like 6, and I'm sitting there holding 2 beers still. We're going to start here in a minute, right?
Oh my God.
I'm ready.
Yeah, he was giving me shit. We were sitting there next morning. A couple hours later, he's like, "You sure you're okay, Dad?" Yeah, I'm okay.
Dan was more than okay.
That was fun.
Gus has been a member for 7 months. Thanks, Gus. Nerdrotic coffee mug background appearance on the latest Y-Files UFO that killed JFK. Yeah, I saw that. Can't wait to see AJ on FNT. We'll make it happen. AJ and I, we chit chat a little bit. He's a good dude. The Dead Man became a member. Hail. Thank you. Seemed very alive to us. Very alive. Yappin' Tom for $6.99 Canadian pesos. Did anyone on the panel catch Greg Braden on Joe Rogan Experience this week? Never heard of him, but interesting stuff. Hail the fellowship. Yeah, he's a Gaia guy. If that makes any sense. Okay. He's on the Gaia network a lot.
Gaia Squad.
Yeah, so if you watch the Ancient Civilization show that's on Gaia, I think they're up to season 6 now that Ben has been on. He is prevalent on that. He doesn't look like a geologist. So if you just look at him with his big spiky hair, right, you're like, this is some woo-woo dude, but he's actually a geologist.
He's been on Jerry before. I watched
Yes.
his other one. Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. The Dead Man for 1999 says, Gary, I had a dream about me. I don't know, dude. Friday night that I was at a meetup with you and Dan. Then X-Ray Girl confirmed last night that Dan was going to be on FF tonight. Coincidence? I think not. Maybe I should be a remote viewer. Maybe you should.
Yeah, man.
Because you predicted it.
I was actually going to just start a remote viewers only fans, so just send me money and you can.
Hey.
How would you even do that?
Imagine me naked.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, Nick.
That's it. Nick McCartney for $10 says, hi, Dan. Hi, Gary. Will you guys be discussing 3i Atlas later? We did. Also, do you think we will get real or doctored pictures when released? That's a good question.
Yep.
I think we probably will get somewhat doctored photos just because NASA's got a track record. I mean, they've got some employees there that have Photoshop that they got to justify them keeping them, and they can't just turn Mars red anymore with a filter and keep them around. So I imagine they're probably going to doctor the fuck out of it, to be honest with you.
It's pattern recognition, Dan. So what you said about Dibble in that debate with Graham Hancock, you lie about one thing. What else have you lied about? Authenticity is everything, folks.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And they doctored the pictures of Mars. They made them more red for branding. So, and you know, that makes you believe that, okay, if they found some anomalies on the moon and the government didn't want us knowing that, would they erase it? I'm sure. Yep. I can buy that.
And it's hard to see that stuff. I mean, it's not like I can just go out and test the chemicals myself. I got to rely on them for what's on the dark side of the moon.
Mm-hmm. I saw our good friend RMB Robert Meyer Burnett bitching about NASA being cut. They're cutting employees, and well, it's because NASA brought that on themselves. They've been pretty useless, I would say. They've been lapped multiple times by SpaceX, and they got fucking really comfortable and lazy on our government money. So we need to light a fire under their ass somehow, and that will be, well, let's get rid of some of the fat at that agency, which I'm sure there's a lot of.
Oh, man.
I heard they shed some of their senior ranking employees, and I found an article in July, 2,000 people.
Yeah,
damn,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll probably run just as incompetent as ever.
Yeah.
Well, Elon did make a good point when he was first firing up SpaceX. I remember him saying something to the effect of that if you're a government employee and you're working for NASA, you know, redesigning a rocket is a good way to make a name for yourself or a good way to get your ass fired.
Mm-hmm.
You just keep working with what's working and you're doing fine. But he was in a position where he didn't give a fuck. I want better rockets. So
yep.
That, I mean, it's a sad, unfortunate state of affairs, but it kind of is the way the world works. That you get a lot of people getting a job, and I bet a lot of archaeologists really come in full of piss and vinegar. I mean, hell, even guys like John Hoops, like he got started, the things that got him interested to begin with, he'll flat out say was Atlantis. But at some point, he decided, you know, it's be a fuddy-duddy and not look for the fun stuff, not have any fun anymore, and keep your job.
Yep, just get comfortable, and it destroys innovation. It's the human condition, man.
That's why Paulie wasn't the family leader in The Sopranos, man. He was fucking behind the times. Tony was the innovator.
That's right. That's right. That's why socialism will never work. Human condition. Hello Kitty is the second biggest brand in the world. What's the biggest? Is it Pokemon? Is it? Now I'm gonna have
wait.
to
Didn't it
Fortnite.
just get passed recently? I
By
need to look
what?
into this. I don't know. This is very important. This needs to be found.
Yeah, I need to know what to tag in my merch to sell.
It
says Apple, but I mean, like,
Really?
not that
That's
kind of
not-
brand. That's not the
yeah.
kind of brand.
Like
IP.
IP. Yeah.
What is the biggest IP in the world. Highest grossing media franchises. Of course, we have to go to fucking Wikipedia. Pokemon.
Pokemon, yeah.
Oh.
Gotta catch them all.
Ah.
Pokemans.
Pokemon.
But it doesn't. Hello Kitty's way down there.
Really?
Yeah. I thought Hello Kitty was a bigger
Here, if you
Pokemon.
look at this one, and it's from Reddit, it has
I'm gonna-
Pokemon, then Hello Kitty, then
Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh, then
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Winnie the
photo I can
Pooh.
actually
Fuck you on
show.
Winnie the Pooh.
I don't know if
ain't
that
buying
Winnie is that high.
There's no way that Winnie the Pooh is
That's
bigger
crazy.
than Harry
Potter's bigger than Marvel.
I don't have a problem
Dang.
believing that.
So from across, I guess all of these. That's crazy. How Mickey Mouse? I mean, they have kind of given up on Mickey Mouse himself as
No,
a
it's-
Disney brand.
He's just T-shirts.
It's just T-shirts and merch and
Yeah,
shit.
and same with
Mhm.
Winnie the Pooh.
And and there's if you go to Disneyland, I imagine that in Disney World, like every other bit of merch still has some ears on it.
I never even. What's that? Hey, stop. What's Pan Man?
At Pan Man.
And Pan Man?
Manga
It's,
from
yeah,
Oh,
1973.
never heard of it.
yeah, it's a Japanese cartoon. I've sold VHSs, Betamax tapes that had it recorded on it before.
Ah, Betamax.
Oh, yeah.
Audio. Harry Potter.
Wow,
Marvel.
I'm actually shocked Harry Potter's not
Shonen Jump.
higher. Dang.
Look at Spider-Man is
Neck
damn near
and
as
neck.
big as the entire Marvel
Yeah,
brand.
shit.
Uh-huh. Well, the problem with
I know.
Harry Potter is that JK is just such a transphobe, that
Yeah, I
nobody wants to
know.
read her
That makes me
stuff
want to buy her
anymore.
books
Yeah.
twice.
Multiple
I have.
Well, like a fourth, fifth time at this point.
versions,
Yeah.
like the audiobooks, the
Gundam.
real
Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Barbie.
Fist of the
Just
North
North
Star,
Star,
really?
yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
damn. All right.
Okay.
One Piece is wow. That's actually
Cars.
crazy.
I think One Piece is higher than this. I think this is this.
Lord of the
thing is,
Rings is oh, just the not.
Well, just the yeah. I mean, that
Novel?
seems about right. Well, I mean, it's everything. So it's merchandise. It's all
Yeah.
merchandise sales, right?
Wow, James Bond is right there too. With
And the
Lord of Rings.
Peanuts
That's
still on
crazy.
board.
Where's
Still on the
G.I.
board.
Joe? Well, Transformers. I thought that would be a little higher, but
Yeah, this is
there you go.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
And something new. Okay.
Thanks,
So-
Reddit.
Thank you, Nathan Cassidy. Quantum Sledgehammer has gifted 5 Nerdrotic Live memberships for $25. Thanks, brother. We appreciate it. Louise C for $5. Funny thing about H.P. Lovecraft is that he was racist against other white people and the uneducated, superstitious. Yes, very much so.
But-
Well, he was a bit elitist, but he evolved over time, though.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They always
Crazy.
just take the snippet that's the worst part of his life and then say that's his whole life.
Well, he used to be in contact with Robert E. Howard, who was basically accused of these things too, but that wasn't the case with he was just crazy, poor guy. But
Well, it always makes me sad about Lovecraft is that, like you said, they plagiarize his stuff nowadays. Like they steal his writing, but nobody's stealing his dog's name. It's like these people are they're pathetic.
they are. Well, with Lovecraft Country, where they made everything anti-racist, but nobody's ever nobody's made a movie on the Call of Cthulhu. Like that's insane that nobody's ever made a movie about that.
It was the 80s when I was introduced to the Mythos universe, and that was like there were role-playing games for that. The old Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Fuck, that was fun, man. That was so much fun. And then when Magic came out, they made a Mythos card game, and that was super cool to the point where I bet it's worth a lot of money on eBay right now because I kind of want some.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm not the
Probably
only one.
is. No.
His mythos is really the best, I think, in novel form, because I think once you make it into visual form, it kind of loses a little bit of the
I think
terror, in your
Magic.
brain.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could do it now. Like Robert Eggers would be a good guy to do.
Oh shit, yeah.
Robert Eggers could really capture the cosmic horror, but it's
Del
pulp.
Toro did a little bit of it in the Hellboy stuff, kind of touched upon it a
Carpenter.
little
I mean,
bit.
John Carpenter.
Yeah. But a
touched
lot of
on it.
that is like The Thing. You don't really see the thing. The thing that you see in the movie is not the thing itself. It's like whatever the thing is
Yeah.
formed itself into. So it's like even in the movie, you could, I guess, do it in a way where you're not seeing the, you know, unimaginable horror itself.
And I would love to see like somebody actually talented, you know, take it on.
But Eggers is a great,
Town full of fish people would be pretty fucking cool.
Oh yeah, the obelisk.
Fuck,
Just that story.
Yeah, it would be like if they're gonna give us Game of Thrones built like that, they should definitely give us stuff.
Yeah,
that's cooler. And Game of Thrones was a lot of fun till the last season. As I'm sure I'm the first person to complain about that.
Last couple seasons.
Yeah, I can handle it till the last one. The last season was like I got 3 episodes into it, and I was like, man, when they killed Varys by just having him basically become retarded, I was like, okay, bye bye, I'm out.
Brutal.
That started making I mean, because George is talking at New York Comic Con next week, but Game of Thrones, the Twitter account today tweeted out this winter ... and of course they were getting trolled. It's like, and it's about a Night of the Seven Kingdoms being announced. It's going to be this winter. It's not George being done with the book or them remaking season 8,
which really needs to happen desperately.
There's been a lot of movies like peripherally around, the cosmic horror, but we haven't had like an actual adaptation, which is kind of surprising at this point. Like, it's obviously because, well, he's such a racist. It's like, I'd hate to break this to you about a lot of the writers from back then, I think,
Oh yeah,
and your own grandparents,
and your own grandparents.
I have to bite my tongue every time I see Stephen King babbling on about shit on X. The other day he was all like, "I can't believe that X is so political nowadays." I'm just like, dude, I have seen you say so much spicy stuff 30 years ago, 40 years ago, and now you pretend like none of that happened. It's like, dude, if you take the racism and freaking RAPE out of your fucking books, dude, you're gonna cut like a third out of each one of them, dude. Your shit's fucking crazy perverted and crazy racist. But now you're some fucking. I swear, the worst thing that ever happened to politics was social media combined with Trump showing up onto the scene. Everybody would just went, rah, 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 and it fucking still hasn't fucking changed.
They lost their minds.
Polarized insanity.
Yep. And Stephen King was on a bunch of fucking coke when he wrote all his better novels.
Dude, the book Rage was banned for fuck's sake because it's talking about school shootings and shit. I mean, come on, man. This is but now you're better than the rest of us. Okay. All right. Sorry, but not sorry. I'm better than that.
The Dead Man for $4.99. Great show tonight, guys and gals. Thank you. This is why I like FF better than FNT. No offense taken. That's why we do different shows for different people. You can like different stuff. It's all good.
I'm on both. Whatever.
There you go. It's all good. As long as you like something. It's 2025 and the mainstream media is still pushing the jabs. Yes, they are, Chris. I did see that, Chris, for $5. I'd be mad at the mainstream media, but 1% of Americans keep falling for it. Some people deserve Biden's second term.
Hey, it's a free country. They could do it if they want to. 1%.
Who said it? God, it was on FNT. That the people still wear masks, right? And the mask is their MAGA hat.
Yeah, dude.
It's their MAGA hat, and it's like that is so.
Like,
true.
I'm doing my part. I'm keeping you safe.
Yeah.
Stay indoors.
I'm not against you. Some people wearing masks. Okay. Like, keep wearing them. I don't give a shit. And we said it at the time. It's, because they wear masks pretty regularly in Asia, and they always have. They've actually made it part of their fashion and stuff.
Absolutely.
But once it was introduced, it was never going to go away. Problem is they don't work.
Did they ever mandate that in Asia? They say, hey, you have to wear this, or we're going to like make sure that you get fired and unpersoned and banned from social media. They didn't do that, right?
No,
it was like a cultural, it was a polite thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, they just welded you into your apartment.
Well, that was later on.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I think that the masks was, I think the masks were kind of a red herring. I think that it was a psychological tool that they used so that they could do other things like close businesses
Bingo.
and stuff like that, because this is in your face, literally in your face. It's personal. It's going to piss you off. You're going to be angry about it. And meanwhile, the kid that's worked the last 3 years to be the badass wrestler, he ain't getting his chance to go state his senior year. Fuck you. Go get on the internet and play Fortnite, dumbass.
Yep.
It's your favorite restaurant. It just got closed. Your fucking favorites, mom and pop's hardware store, gone. But Amazon and Walmart's raking it in. Stay mad about the masks. That's in my mind, that's exactly what they wanted.
Completely ignore the biggest transfer of wealth in human history. Completely ignore that now they've run a test on all of us. And they know they can get away with it. They know they can do this. They know, well, at least half the people will believe anything we fucking say. You know, and I think
fiat currency was printed during those times.
Yeah. Oh, bro.
Oh, geez.
Like in the beginning, we were all like, okay, we'll be good little citizens. And like they said 2 weeks, I'll believe them for 2 weeks. If it goes longer than 2 weeks, I'll know they're full of shit. And I knew they were going to be full of shit. But I'm like, all right, I'll play along. I didn't get a jab. But like, yeah, everybody gets to stay home and watch Tiger King, and all the rest is history, right? So, and they will try it again. And then, you know, I went back and looked up, and something like a COVID type of illness pops up about every 10 years. Pretty much on the fucking, like on the count, like every 10 years, give or take a month or two.
And
something pops up.
There's like swine flu.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Remember the shot?
Bird flu.
South Park was taking shots at SARS
What's
with
that?
the casino episode.
Yes.
That everybody gets it, and it's just a flu. It's just a Sprite, chicken noodle soup, and soda crackers.
Yep.
The skull looks like Beardo. Both are Homo erectus. Beardo's a part of Geeks and Gamers, and he's kind of our resident Neanderthal. So, Jeremy Griggs' dad. Jeremy Griggs' dad. Hail Jeremy Griggs' dad. The Dead Man for $4.99. Gary, why did you watch Y-Files JFK thing with Guy Bannister and the UFO connection? Did I watch it? Yes. I watch all of their stuff. I watch it all multiple times. Usually because it's like right when I'm winding down.
I fall asleep. I fell asleep to this one. I need to rewatch the whole thing.
Yeah. But, great video. Like everything they do is great. Yeah. Like he is in rare air on YouTube. So his channel is going to get, he's going to hate that I'm saying this. This is going to get to 20 million subs, 30 million subs. That's where he's going into the stratosphere, the very top. Yeah. I can't even say 1%. It's rarer than that for YouTube. Yeah. That's where AJ's going. It is perfect for YouTube. It kind of hits the true crime thing, the lore thing, the history thing, the late night thing, all in one package. It's brilliant. And it's all evergreen. Every one of his videos is evergreen.
Yep.
And I love that he gives a lot of thanks to Art Bell. And all he has to, and AJ doesn't need my advice on anything, but just make a video on an Art Bell show every time. Just go back and go over his entire library. Again, he does not get enough credit. There's no Joe Rogan. There's no Randall Carlson. There's no Dan. There's no Graham Hancock. There's none of these. None of these things are happening without Art. He was the godfather of it all. Bowie is going to get the answer about Mars soon. Bowie didn't die. He went home. The Dead Man for $4.99. God, that's the one celebrity I miss.
Yep.
Prisoner John Pimpia, hashtag bars and blockbusters.
Oh my God.
Thoughts on DB Cooper?
He's not in prison with you, that's for sure.
Yeah. They found a bunch of his money. So
they did. Yeah.
They did find a bunch of his money, but not all of it. Okay. Maybe he got away. Or maybe he's just like, they'll find his skeleton hanging in a forest somewhere. Yeah. But I don't know. There's a lot of people say he got away, but like he was pretty separated from his money, and I don't think that's the whole point of him doing what he did. Yeah. We love a mystery, though. We love a mystery. Grim for $4.99. You ever wonder if the world is like Cabin in the Woods? Yes, I do. And all governments just don't want us to know. LOL, hail FNT open bar. And all truth seekers, hail to you. Cabin in the Woods, fantastic movie. Absolutely.
One of my favorites.
Joss Whedon.
Thank you.
Drew Goddard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
Drew
Jeff.
Goddard. Jeff what Jeff? What's up, brother?
Oh,
Jeff up north. Hope you're all doing well. Dan, your videos are always great to watch. Keep up the great work. See you all next month. See you next month.
see you next
Thanks, Jeff.
month.
Appreciate it. See
So
you then.
excited.
Oh my God. We got our flights booked. X-Ray Girl.
I know. I heard it's
One I can deal with. It's one I can deal with.
it's okay-ish.
For
It's not the
Egypt.
best, but it's
It's
okay-ish.
better than the other one. The other one was like Canada to like
Two or three
fucking
stops.
2 or 3 stops and like fucking somewhere in not Italy, but somewhere close to Italy or something like I know. So we're
Oh, you
going to
guys did
Egypt, man.
Lambert? Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, so so we're going to
You're
London.
just going.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck you. I have to go to London, stay there for 4 hours, and then we fly from London to Cairo.
oh, damn.
Yeah.
Be in London long enough to get a beer or something.
Get some lunch. Yeah. I wish I could be there for a day and just go to the museum, but
I don't know. I mean,
Oh,
I've seen their food. I don't know if I'd get food there. Just get their beer.
yeah. If you go like hit the pubs up like out of the city, the food's
They're
pretty decent.
wonderful.
Pretty decent.
Don't get tacos.
Don't
We learned that the hard way.
You
So
should
you-
just get Indian food and Chinese food.
yeah. Their tacos, Dan, were like the fish you get in fish and chips with vinegar on top of it on a tortilla.
A
Oh.
tortilla. A tortilla.
So that was their fish taco, and the chicken taco was the same thing. It was just fried fish or fried chicken. It is
Not good.
Not good. No.
The
fuck
fish and chips though is good, and
Was
I'm
good.
not
Oh,
even a
God,
fan
yeah.
of seafood, but that is good shit.
Was good.
Have you guys looked in Nassim Harameem's work? Curious on all of your thoughts. I don't know if maybe I'll recognize the
know.
face.
I'm fixated on the profile pic. Sorry. Is that Master Chief with tits? 'Cause that's what I'm seeing right there.
Master tits.
Yeah.
But the name is Big.
Finish that fight, you know.
Need a weapon.
He's got a YouTube channel with 70,000 subscribers. I'll check it out. I am not familiar with the work at all, but I will check it out. Thanks
Neither
for
am
the suggestion. And that is, that's Master Tits right there. Boob window.
The greatest invention human has ever given us.
Yes.
We have flight. Who cares?
I just figured,
Telephones, electricity, boob window.
Eric K says, I just figure those wearing masks are HIV positive. You're probably not wrong.
It's a good guess.
Beardo fat. Beardo catching strays on a show like
Well, no. His legs are skinny. He's got chicken legs.
he's not.
Okay.
Beardo's not fat. Beardo's in shape.
You spent $2 to say those 2 words.
Beardo fat.
Beardo fat.
Beardo fat.
I love that he gets fucking strays in other shows. That's so good. Buster Nut Smash for $10. Dan, what do you think is inside the unopened chamber above the Grand Gallery?
Yeah.
There's a few different things that I would think. I think if you're going just purely from the mainstream perspective, the reason that I think they're probably afraid to even go in there is I wouldn't be surprised if that's where you'd actually put the body. I mean, if you were going to bury somebody there, why would
Right.
you make it chamber accessible when you could put it away like behind 20-ton blocks with no door? Also, though, if they're, if the Egyptians were the inheritors of any sort of previous civilization, which I personally think they were, I think that any artifacts that they might have saved might end up in places like that as well. But I do think that, sadly, most of that stuff's going to be lost before then. But I do think I really want to see what's in there because I don't think that it's just a void. Let's just put it that way.
Mhm.
I wish I could say more, but I'm skeptical of ancient high tech, so I don't think there's going to be like some lasers or energy producing thing up there. But I wouldn't be surprised at all if they had something up there that would definitely rewrite the rules. Want a fancy ass machine to make vases up there and make Ben and Chris happy.
That would be awesome. Just a lathe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a big old lathe in
three-dimensional
there.
lathe.
Fucking bicycle to power it. You're killing me, man.
They invented the bicycle. Southeastern Kaiju for $2 says, is it still technically grave robbing if none now live who remember? They that's what they claim. What is it? The Serpent Mound. You know, a Serpent Mound. There is, I can't remember the name of the tribe, but they're in charge of it. And even the elders of that tribe go, "Oh, we didn't make it." You know, but they're preserving it. So you can kind of understand their argument, considering how many mounds were completely destroyed. But still, like surveying, or I don't know, letting Graham Hancock just in to go do a documentary, I think should be okay.
Yeah, the tribes are really strong in different parts of the country. Like up here in the Pacific Northwest, the tribes have a lot of power. We had Kennewick Command up here, which was kind of a watershed moment. He was the natives up here called him the Ancient One, and he was like a 9,600-year-old human. And there was a lot of debate about that specifically because it's like he can't. He certainly wasn't a member of the Kennewick tribe that the people that claim him are the Kennewick tribe, but they 10,000 years removed, buddy. He wasn't the same culture anymore. So. And then on the flip side, like you say, there's nothing left for, let's put it this way. If I was an indigenous American, if I was a Native American, I would hold on to any little way that I had to have any control over my ancestral lands, no matter what, tooth and nail. And so the tribes up here, they have casinos with no taxes. So the law basically is if you find an artifact in the ground that's a grave good, they shut the site down. But an arrowhead doesn't constitute a grave good, but they'll tie your ass up in court for 20 years and bankrupt you fighting them. And they've got the money to do it because your kid's going to come in and put it in their blackjack machine that night. So yeah, it's an interesting state of affairs when it's frustrating to me how little nuance is included in that discussion from the professionals. It's like I said earlier, they call, I always forget her name, but there's an archaeologist, a female archaeologist from New Mexico that she started talking shit about NAGPRA. And next thing you know, she was suing the, I forget her name, but man, she went tooth and nail. And she's not racist, man. She's just bitching because she can't fucking play with bones. It's like, I'd do the same if I was her.
You can't do their job. PGMD81 has gifted 3 subscriptions to Nerdrotic on Rumble. Hail Rumble, by the way. Mod Eric K for $1. The removed a lot of the navigational and radio equipment that would have helped them not get lost too. On Amelia Earhart. Yeah. There's a great video out there, just like really.
We don't need this.
Shredding her, dude. Like it just makes her look like a complete dumbass. And well, I mean, you understand that because it was all bullshit. Like there's a theory out there that Ryan Kinnell likes, and I never even fucking thought of it until he brought it up, that Helen Keller was just full of shit.
Oh yeah.
like she had 1 sense. All right, so
it's that or somebody around Helen Keller was making a bunch of shit up. They did the same thing with Coco, the monkey. The monkey says save the rainforest. No, it didn't. It said give me a banana.
Give me a banana.
Give me a banana. I'm hungry.
Yeah. Or it turns out Helen Keller's mom just had Munchausen.
Oh
yeah.
Good chance.
Yeah, I mean, this was like in the time where they were like making cadavers or putting together, and they're saying, oh, this is weird, an anomaly, or for their little freak shows and stuff, and all the fake giants and stuff. There was good money in it back then, and people were fucking poor and they needed money, and they're like, some dumb rich people, we could like stitch together some chimera, a bunch of chicken bones and shit, and say it was an alien or whatever. And people would go pay money to go see it.
Yep. That has me skeptical about a lot of things that we see even nowadays, like the Guga and stuff, I think it's called.
Yeah.
It's like
we talked about that. Yeah.
Whenever that stuff shows up in the third world, it's like, it's just sad. You look at what's happened with those Paracas skulls. I did a video on that a little over a year ago, and it's like almost every time the archaeologists would go in there, something sketchy would happen. They end up selling a bunch of them to Rockefeller. They end up one archaeologist in like the 50s, they're in grave bundles. He opened like 70 some odd grave bundles, recorded the contents of 6 and put the rest back on the shelf. Now, if that just doesn't just scream, I'm looking for something good to sell to some fucking rich European, I don't know. What the fuck else would he be doing with that? It's
right.
And that's such a problem because, I mean, it's like you go to Egypt and you give a guy $50 and that matters to him, where $50 to me is like, well, thanks, dude, I appreciate that. I'll buy beer a couple of times. But to him, that's feeding his family for a week. It's the incentive to lie and to fabricate bullshit is so much higher, and then all of a sudden your passion for finding the truth becomes the means for you getting milked. It sucks.
Yeah, it's hard not to get jaded, man, but you got to seek the truth, and it's going to be found in the middle of the jungle now. That's the new frontier, is under the sands, under the Sahara, and in the jungle where people have, and there's still places in Peru that haven't been messed with, right? That's incredible. But as soon as they're discovered, they will be, right? That's the bummer part of this. Where was I? Okay. Jose Taco on the Streamlabs side for $1. Your Tulsa watch video is still live. Well, the chat is
I ended it.
You did? I thought I ended it.
That's like, I got you, bro.
I think you ended on Streamlabs, but it didn't have auto stop off. So ticked. So it's fine because the video's still
Video stopped.
Recording.
Yeah. Well, there you go. You get an extra long watch party of nothing.
You get to hang out in the chat a little longer.
Yeah, hang out in the chat. Yeah, we watched a couple episodes of Tulsa King. It was fun. It's a little off this year.
Really?
They changed writers. Yeah. So Terrence Winter, who was the writer for Sopranos and one of the writers for Sopranos at Boardwalk Empire, worked on season 1 and 2, and now it's the mayor of Kingstown. So they were going in a direction in season 2, and they're like, we're not going that direction anymore. And they did something completely different. So they're kind of rushing through it. It kind of settled down in the 3rd episode, but it's feeling not as good as season 1 and 2. Still good though. Eric K for $5. I'm wondering why these so-called scientists and archaeologists did not just ask Gary what was happening at the time he was around. I know nobody asked me, and I'm not going to say anything until I'm asked. Okay. Jose Taco on the Streamlabs side for $1 says you're I read that.
It's the second part that you didn't read yet.
Oh, it's hail. Is it?
What me the Japan trip about an FF trip? I don't know what he was asking. So want me the Japan trip? Anyways.
What's it say?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it says what me the Japan trip FF trip.
I was very confused, Jose. I'm so sorry.
Jose, are you okay?
Are you okay, buddy? I know Jose. He's a good dude. He's a local.
He is a good dude.
There's going to be a Japan trip, but that's next year. And I mean, I've got like a gazillion things to do before that happens. But yes, there is going to be a Japan trip. It's in the works, right, X-Ray Girl?
Yes.
Yes,
I'm so excited for it.
Go see some megaliths in Japan, and I'm going to go to the Hot Toy store and never leave. And never leave.
Yes.
Ecthelion the second for $10 says, Hail Gary, Lovecraft wasn't a bit of an elitist. He was an elitist. I sit correct. You are completely right. He was a complete elitist. Rubate for $5, and I have no problem with that. That part I don't have a problem with. The archaeo communicators, yeah, their archaeo communicators are fading into their own bubbles while others replace them. Hopefully better people replace them.
Yeah.
That's what we can hope for.
That's not a very hard bar.
No. Toxic Man Flu has been a traveler for a while now. 16 months of great discussions and interesting guests with my friends Gary Quarterblack, Anna Lingus, and Adam's
I hate you.
Nut Cream.
Good seeing you at the meetup.
Yeah.
Good seeing you at the meetup.
Adam, are you going to bring your nut cream to Egypt?
Do you want me to?
I want you to bring your nut cream.
I'll bring you some nut cream.
Please bring your nut cream.
He put his nut cream in my mouth when I was drunk.
I didn't get any nut cream this time around. I'm disappointed.
I usually get on the plane empty, but by the time I get off, I've usually got some on.
I wasn't ready for that.
I had a nickel for every time I heard that.
Net Stealer for $5. Gary, I will be at the December Enclave, but can't afford the meet and greet. Any chance I can get a 5-minute chat? We'll be the guy in Steeler gear. Oh, is that for the Quest for Ancient Civilizations? Is that
Phoenix? Yeah, we'll be around. So if you
yeah. You come up and say hi. I'm gonna be running. I'm not speaking like Dan is. I'm gonna be running a live stream. So when say Dan finishes his talk or before his talk, he comes into a green room and we sit down and basically shoot the shit for a little while on a live stream. So you can come over and say hi whenever you want. I'm good. And I'll be in the crowd watching people when I'm not live streaming, right? We have some backup there. So you come up and say hi and we could talk for as long as you want. I'm good with that. Very approachable. Basil 570. I'm not Hassan Piker. I'm not going to go run into the hills. Somebody approached me at the grocery store today. So it's totally cool. I love it. I forget. It's weird.
Have you had the bathroom one yet?
Yeah.
Where you're at the pee stall and they're like,
yeah, that
hey,
happened at
the
Reverend Horton Heat. I'm sitting there.
That's a great one.
At the urinal and they're all free. And this guy like gets on right next to me.
Oh my God.
I got dick in hand and it's like, hey, what's up? You're Nerdrotic. And I'm all like, yes. And I am peeing right now. But it's all good. Whatever.
Yeah, it's Sedona. I was washing my hands in the bathroom, and some guy goes, "Man, I'm washing my hands next to Dan Richards," and I'm like, "Yeah, I piss on my hands sometimes too." And like the whole bathroom starts laughing, like I was working the room, like I was a comedian or something.
You're like, all right,
like fucking uncanny valley. I was like straight outside, smoke some weed.
It is
reset this brain. This is fucking hurting me.
No, come and say hi whenever you want. Yeah. It's all good.
No, I on the other hand will be in a litter being hauled around by people, so you'll have to like look up to me and be like, "Hey, man," but I'll talk to you still. You just got to get my attention.
I was at the Flying Saucer, this place I like to eat. I'm like mid chomp, I got like fucking food in my mouth, and somebody's like, "Hey, what's up, Nerdrotic?" I'm hard going, blah blah. I don't care.
Do it.
A lot of times I get called that Joe Rogan guy. Hey, you're that?
Yeah.
Joe Rogan. I'm like, yeah, I'm a little taller and a lot skinnier, but yeah, not quite as much money, but yeah.
How short is he?
He's a bit shorter than me. I mean, I'm
like
5'11", and he was
8.
Yeah, he's a bit shorter, but I mean, his arms are as big around as my torso, so there's that.
Oh yeah, he will kick everybody's ass.
Yeah.
Basil 578's Traveler says, speaking of pyramids, guys. What about the hydraulic system that was found at the pyramid at Dozier? I'm not aware of this. A hydraulic system?
There's pipes and stuff underneath.
Okay.
Jeff from Land of Chem has done a lot of work on this. There's a lot of pipes that are coming out and stuff, but calling it a hydraulic system would be a little bit of would be a stretch in my opinion. There definitely is some sort of a drainage thing going on,
like
there.
Plumbing. Yeah,
there is pipe work and stuff.
Yeah,
but I haven't seen any hard evidence of any sort of pumping or anything like that. A lot of what Jeff's work is based on is on piezoelectric effect and on changes in air pressure. It is interesting stuff, and definitely worth checking out for the people that are watching. If you haven't seen Land of Chem, and it's definitely worth checking out Land of Chem.
Yes, it is. Great channel. It makes me think of those pipes in China, and it's in like insanely old rock. There's things that come out that look like fucking pipes. They absolutely look like pipes, and from a time where there were no humans, right? I forgot what the exact dating was, but humans weren't around.
Yeah.
They think it's natural, but man, it's crazy looking. Maybe we could do a show on that someday. Raven in the writing desk, been a member for 23 months. Thank you. Operation Mockingbird on the Streamlabs side for $20 says, Gary, your CIA handlers here. Please know this is no way a psyop. Even if a year later it's discovered a super chat embedded a subliminal trigger in your mind to drop pants and spank it during a live streamed Nerdroticon panel. That would be crazy, right?
Remote viewers are the only ones that get to see this. Sorry.
Yep, you're gonna have to remote viewer
Gotta
only.
pay
fan.
extra.
That's right.
Gotta pay extra for that. I gotta make a whole new tier for membership for that one. And then you'll all want to put bleach in your eyes when you're all done. Zorbu for $15 on the Streamlabs side says, Gary, no easy way to ask this, but please tell Quarter Earthling to stop sending us mixtapes of 80s love ballads.
Oh my
For the
god.
last time, it was all for science, not for love.
I
So
recorded those myself.
The lore on that is Zorbu is the alien who probes Garrett regularly.
Oh
No
man.
time for
Yeah.
love, Garrett.
No time for love.
Scientifically.
I even have a patch. I got the patch.
Grim for $4.99 says supposedly there is a Mummy 4 talk with Brendan Fraser coming back.
What?
Thoughts?
Positive.
Wow.
I mean,
But wait,
Won't be
who
good.
did the Mummy? Who was that? Was that Universal?
It was Universal, and they're making a Mummy. Like Universal's breaking out all their older monster movies, and they're basically, oh god, they're doing
just
them for
watched
low
that today.
budget. Yeah,
So good. That
I
movie's
think
so
they were
good,
working with
dude.
Blumhouse, right? It's not Eggers, it's Blumhouse, but it was Steven Sommers. Oh man, who directed
Really?
the Mummy? Who directed?
Yeah, Steven Summers.
Steven Summers. Yeah, Steven Summers and Rob Cohen. Like they would have to do a time jump
Yeah, how would you?
that would equal the amount of time. So it'd be 20 years later. So you'd
Which
be
would-
in the fit. No, they were in the.
30s.
It was
So it would be the 40s, 50s. It would be the 50s.
40s or 50s or no, wasn't it like in 1918 or something like that? I
maybe.
can't remember.
Huh. You could do some like
Early
Nazi
1900s.
stuff,
Yeah.
kind of like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, the third one is unwatchable. The first one
Yeah,
is
I
magnificent.
took my girlfriend to it. We just made out the whole time.
Nice.
And then you married her and had 17 kids.
That's right. That's right.
Sophie, what's up, Sophie? My lady from Peru says, Hail Familia, Japan. I'll sell my soul for it. I don't think you need to go that far.
That's unnecessary. It's unnecessary.
We're trying to make our trips with Michael we try to make them affordable. Now they're still expensive. Okay. They're still
It's just expensive to travel.
It's
Yes.
basically we package up the tour, but you have to get the flights and all that. So I don't know what it is. Is it easier to fly from Peru to Japan? It might be.
Well, isn't it
just the same.
further away?
Maybe.
It might be a little further away than
think it's a little-
America.
Further.
I thought it was weird going to Peru and it's in the same time zone when I'm in Texas.
Oh wow.
That's weird.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's
Which is
Easy
nice.
transition.
Luis C says, Happy Jessica.
Happy
There's Laura.
Jessica.
Happy Jessica. All right. Is that it? X-Ray Girl?
No, this one popped up.
Okay. What's that one?
Azil.
Winnie the Pooh is popular because of China's Z. Yes, Basil, that's true.
That's why he's number 3 on the list of
Number
he
3 on
sells
the list.
A lot of stickers and coffee cups over there.
Winnie the Pooh was a dirty commie. Dirty commie. All right, we're gonna wrap it up there. Thanks, Dan, for coming on.
Thanks for having me. I really
of
appreciate it.
course.
This has been a lot of fun.
Fun.
Yeah, it's awesome.
What do you got coming up, Adam?
I'll be returning to my channel. I haven't streamed in a little while. I was dealing with some medical issues and technical issues, but yeah, back at it starting tomorrow. So come check out Bay Staff.
Bay Staff tomorrow. Are you gonna be on it, Garrett?
Yeah.
Or am I gonna have you busy editing a video?
Whatever.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
That's
I
the
know
game.
I know what the next video is gonna be.
All right.
So I know what it's gonna be. It's not gonna be one woke after another, but it will certainly be centered around it. So
All
one
right.
battle after another, by the way. That's what it really is. X-Ray Girl, what do you got coming up?
Tomorrow I will be hopefully playing more Silent Hill F, which I'm scared of, and I don't want to do it.
As
but I'll
didn't
do
like it.
Well, that It's fine if he doesn't like it. It's just for the people because they like when I'm scared for some reason. I don't
Okay.
know.
It is kind of funny.
Yeah, a little, I suppose. And I say weird things a lot of the times.
Well, I mean, you do
Not
that
my fault.
naturally.
Anna Lingus.
Analingus.
If you know,
Happy
you know.
Jessica.
This popped in. Prisoner John Pampia for $2.79 says, "What do you call a cow with no legs?" Ground beef. And Toxic Manflu is gifted 5 Nerdrotic subscriptions.
Oh,
on the
thank
Rumble
you.
side.
That's it.
Thank you. Thank you, X-Ray Girl. What do you got coming up, Garrett?
Editing a video maybe tomorrow, but also this week I'm going to be starting a spooky game, Silent Hill 2.
F?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's 2. I'm not playing the new one.
Okay.
I'm playing the old one.
Not
The
playing
old
Silent
new.
Hill feminism.
Silent
No.
Hill X-Ray Girl. It should
Yeah.
be Silent
No.
Hill
X-Ray Girl.
X.
Not going to play that one. We're going to play the other one. So
Cool,
we're
cool,
starting
cool.
that this week.
Dan, tell the fine people where to find him, and what do you have coming up?
Find me as DeDunking here on YouTube. That's 2 Ds, not debunking. You can find me on Twitter, same handle, Instagram. I've got a few things I'm working on. I'm working on a video about the copper culture in the Great Lakes region. I've got a pretty big project I'm working on with here in the Washington State. There was a bunch of elongated skulls in the Native American community, and it's not hidden, but it's kind of hushed, and it's a weird story. It ties into all kinds of. Yeah, I got this here. I'll even give you a little spoiler. Let me grab
Yeah,
this.
let's take a look. Oh,
It's
you got a
called-
skull? That'd be awesome.
I wish I had the skull, but I've got this book that's from the Smithsonian Institute. It's not mine. My buddy Sean Mooney loaned it to me, but this is the Chief Comley. This is a guy that Lewis and Clark met up with here in Washington State, and we repatriated this about 50 years ago to the tribes, but he had an elongated skull,
Hmm.
and
Huh.
Oh.
there was about 3,000 of his fellow noble ancestors that were buried in an area that were all purported to have had those skulls, and that's all gone now. And there's like Freemason involvement, and it's just all goofy shit. So it's probably like the biggest bout of research I've had to do on anything boots on the ground for like ever. It's just been pretty fun. So that is coming. But also, I'm
Awesome.
going to be down in Arizona soon.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or
Don't wanna
this.
forget that.
Arizona.
Soon.
That's coming up. Soon is it actually is soon.
Yep.
Mhm.
So if you'd like to join us, hit the little thing on the bottom right.
QR code.
QR code. You know, whatever those kids call
Scan
them.
it.
Not the
Scan it.
little spiral.
Not the spiral.
That's
the
like a
QR
little-
code.
We're going to
You get it on
Egypt
your finger.
in like a month.
Mhm.
Dude, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's insane. I've got an insane amount of work to do before that, but I can't wait.
Same.
Once I get over the flight. That's fine.
Yeah.
Cool. So Dan and I will be there. You can come up and say hi to us.
Yes, sir. It's going to be awesome.
Even at the pisser.
Even at the pisser.
Go and say hi, Dan, at the pisser.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's actually going to be I'm going to just change my screen name to that. Hi, Dan at the pisser.
Hi, Dan at the pisser. Thanks for coming on again, brother. Appreciate
Thank you,
you.
man. I really appreciate it.
And yeah, we'll be back next week. What we got going next week? Do we even know?
TBD, but this also popped up too. So accident seller for 20 Norwegian Kronos is that Halo avatar we saw earlier. That's Master Queef.
Ah, thank you. Accent.
That makes sense.
All right.
Excellent.
All right.
It makes sense.
Mhm.
So thank you to everyone who participated. Thanks to all the lurkers. Thanks to the Nerdrotics. Thanks to everyone who left a super chat and donation. Thanks to Rumble. And we'll see you all next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Thanks.
Welcome to the Forbidden Frontier.